Velina mai kako. Welcome to Keep It Aloha, a podcast that keeps it aloha by not being one chicken or crackhead, but eating crackhead chicken. I'm your host, Kamaka, and after today, I am a crackhead for crackhead chicken, thanks to our guest today. But before we introduce him, I gotta remind you to check out keepitaloha.com to get your favorite KIA merch. If supporting us with money doesn't work for you, please consider leaving a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It's my birthday today, so an easy 5-star review would be the best birthday gift ever. If not, you can just Venmo me at Kamaka. No, you don't gotta do that. But definitely leave a review. All right, it's time to introduce our guest for today. This special Keep It Aloha on the Road episode is brought to you by Huaka'i by Hawaiian. Huaka'i by Hawaiian is Hawaiian Airlines' free travel perks program designed exclusively for Kama'aina. When you sign up for Huaka'i, you get a free check bag on every neighbor island flight, quarterly discounts between the islands, and monthly network deals to the continental U.S. destinations and beyond. I can't give away too many details yet, but the April network deal is one you won't want to miss. So be sure to sign up to get your unique discount code delivered to your email when the deal drops. Join Huaka'i by Hawaiian for free today at hawaiianairlines.com/Huaka'i. Enjoy the episode. Our guest today is an entrepreneur and chef from the island of Oahu. He is the owner of Ai Pono Cafe, which is a Hawaii street food restaurant in Costa Mesa, California, and right here in Las Vegas. This local brada has been in the culinary arts since the age of 18 when he started as a dishwasher 25 years ago at the California Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas. Since then, he has found his true calling in the industry and has held high-profile positions such as being the personal chef for Frank and Lorenzo Fertitta, the previous owners of the UFC, and current owners of all the station casino brands in Las Vegas. In 2008, he was a contestant on the 5th season of the reality television show competition Top Chef. Currently, he is on a mission to reintroduce Hawaii street food to our community, and I am so stoked to talk stories with him today. He is the culinary gangster himself. His name is Gene Villiatora, sorry.
Thank you.
Welcome to Keep It Aloha podcast. Sorry, the teleprompter is so far, my eyes are blurry, so that was really hard for me to read.
Should smoke and help you.
Maybe that would have helped. But no, I'm so stoked. We're over here in Las Vegas, and mahalo for having us inside your studio today, for feeding us earlier. I gotta actually unbutton my pants.
That's what happens when you get good. That's what happens when you get good food.
For real. No, that was really good. The crackhead chicken.
Yeah.
With that miso coconut glaze.
Yeah. That's top three. Top three sellers in our cafe.
Yeah. I was just telling you after we ate, I was like, I gotta come back and try everything else.
You got to.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna like it. Most people that actually do come and eat actually like the food that we produce. So
Yeah. No, I thought it was mean.
Oh, good. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm super stoked to talk stories with you. I've seen some of your stuff on social media. I've seen the food, I've seen your content, I've seen the good, the bad. To me, it's this, you're just showing your life. You're showcasing your life. You're showcasing your passion and your authenticity, which I love. So that's why we're here in Vegas. We're going to get to know your whole life story. I like to start at the beginning. Where are you from? Where you grad? And what was it like growing up?
You know what? Born Kauailoa Drive in Haleiwa, Oahu, and raised Whitmore Village, Oahu. And growing up in Kauailoa was, if you really know the place, then you know it. It was way up in the mountains in Haleiwa, plantation homes, and it was just plantation life. Playing in the dirt, playing in the sugarcane fields, playing with my neighbor, riding bicycles up the dirt roads, potholes, 10-inch potholes all over the place. So it was really good growing up there. But Whitmore Village, where I got my elder years, was really good. Plantation homes again, but was more free than it is today. We used to rip off coins from the video games that we used to play. Have a little game room, but we used to sneak inside and rip the quarters, So it was fun actually committing minor crimes back then. But I wouldn't trade it for the world because you appreciate those little things. Not the crime parts, but actually the crime parts and getting away with it. You know what I mean?
It taught you elusiveness.
Yes. A recluse. I can be recluse if I have to, but was real good. Was growing up in plantation homes. Never wasn't rich at all, but was very rich with community,
Mm-hmm.
right? With playing off the land, pineapple fields, red dirt, the creek, being able to ride the bike to Waiawa, which is just over the river. But yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world, bro. Made some really good friends, and I'm still friends with those people till this day.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice. So you and Grad Lelehua.
Yep, Lelehua, home of the Moolies. The Samoans would say, yeah.
The Moolies.
So Lelehua
I had to
Moolies.
think about that for a second. I was like, what? Moolies?
Yeah, Lelehua 93, which makes me, 32 years old. So still get some time in life.
Yeah. I think that math was correct. Because I was born in 1993.
For real.
Yeah.
So basically, when I went squeeze one off for the first time, he just was born.
Wait, Dad?
we get the same nose. I think we get the same nose, I think.
I think I need to borrow the glasses because I was having a hard time reading the teleprompter.
You might be my son.
I gotta go to the eye doctor after
I'm
this.
Portuguese in some areas. So
Hey, Tumo had the shirt. Portuguese by blood, Portuguese by choice.
there you go.
There
you go.
could be the latter.
So I would be Filipino by blood, but fuck. I don't know. People nowadays consider me not being from Hawaii. So Filipino by blood. But one guy called me on Jap.
What?
One guy called me on Jap.
Like he said Jap?
Yeah, on his post about me, he said, look at this Jap. But I am Japanese.
Yeah, but that's not the point. That's not the point.
But yeah, he called me on Jap. But yeah, Filipino by blood, but I guess Japanese by looks, I guess.
Yeah.
We're
I get
pan Jap.
Depends how my skin color is, or if I get a little face hair, I'm Mexican.
I could
or
see that.
If I'm over here, I'm probably Mexican.
You know what? You put one sombrero on top, coffee beans, maracas, you pass for sure.
Yeah.
But you know what? When I first moved here in Vegas, never have that much Hawaiians, and they spoke to me in Mexican. They thought I was Mexican. I mean, at the time I was painting houses, so I guess I fit the bill, right? Painting houses.
Oh, this guy's a hard worker. He's probably Mexican.
Who's this guy? But he don't understand what we're saying. You know what I mean? So I could see why we get passed for Mexican though, bro. But the Mexicans is the Filipinos of the mainland, to me. Because I know all races get hard workers. Every race get hard workers and get lazy people. But in Hawaii, I guess you could say majority of the time, it's all the Filipinos that's just fucking busting. Majority of the time you see that, right? Landscaping, dishwashing, or cooks at the restaurants. Mainland is the Mexicans, bro.
That's a good comparison.
It's a really good one. And you know what? There's nothing, being that I've been in the mainland for a long time, Mexican workers and the Mexican people, they're hard workers, bro. Really hard workers, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get, President Trump is evicting some of them, right? But I get why he's doing them. But I get some Americans that you should be fucking deporting before the hardworking Mexicans. You know what I mean?
Keep the hard workers. You take the lazy Americans.
Yes, take the lazy Americans. You know what I mean?
Nah. He's doing them a favor because they wouldn't last in Mexico.
They wouldn't.
They wouldn't. They'd be like, what? No more fast food here. Where's the McDonald's?
Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Doritos Locos Tacos is my favorite.
Yeah. We were just talking about how on the podcast, off the podcast, sorry. Jordan was saying, oh yeah, chefs, they don't eat when they're cooking. And then you're just saying, I'd rather just cook Taco Bell after.
Yeah, I don't eat, bro. I don't eat. And most professional chefs, they're going to agree with me that while we cooking or while we working, we tasting so much during our shift that we don't even get hungry. And when we do, we're probably getting off work at midnight, 1 a.m. There's really no options to eat, right? So it's, for me, Taco Bell, Doritos Locos Tacos, Supreme, spicy sauce, El Scorcho. Or is that, no, I think it's Del Taco. Del Scorcho,
you get them mixed up.
Yeah, but spicy sauce and call it a day. One root beer, call it a day.
Solid.
Yeah.
So you moved up to Vegas at 18, right? But what were you doing before that? So you just came right after high school. What were you into before that? Like, were you into cooking, or did you have any plans as a career before you moved up here in Vegas?
You know what? No. I had no immediate goals. I had no dreams or anything. I just knew that my dad got fired from the sugar company and we had to move because cost of living back then was already getting expensive. So my uncle was already living here. And we moved up here and I just needed a job. And at the time, my uncle was painting houses. So he gave me a job prepping, caulking door jambs, caulking baseboards, sanding doors was the worst thing, dude. And I did that for a few years until I got fired.
How come you got fired?
Just, I was over it. I mean, I think my own uncle caught me sleeping in one of the houses or something. Because I went out the night before or something, and I was sleeping in one of the houses. And lunchtime came, just looking for me, and I was in one of the closets sleeping. So, yeah, I got fired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, some people come out of the closet. You just take naps in the closet.
That's what I do, bro. You know what I mean? I'm always opposite. I go against the grain.
Yeah.
While people coming out, I going in. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Led to that. I got fired, and then I needed a job. And lo and behold, my friend was a dishwasher at the time at Aloha Specialties at the California Hotel. And they needed a dishwasher. Which now, after years after that, I'm thinking he wanted to get out the dish pit, so he brought me in so that he could move up. So that's what happened. I came in as a dishwasher, and fuck, the rest is history, dude.
Yeah.
History, bro.
So while you were over there, did you start to get interested in cooking just because you were around it? Were you starting, I don't know, were you living on your own here and you just had to cook out of necessity? How did you fall in love with the art of cooking?
You know what? I was, at the time, a dishwasher needed a job. I was living on my own, and I started to get more interested watching the guys cook. And such a small world. One of the cooks was this guy, Uncle Peter Medrano. And he was from Waiwa. Went to Lelehua. And so he was asking me my name, who's my uncles, who's my aunties. And so I named him my uncle, which was my Uncle Inky. And he said, oh, your Uncle Inky saved my life. When we was in high school, I was go, wow, how he saved your life? So there's a river that separates Whitmore Village from Waiwa. Right? There's a river. So the Waiwa guys at the time play on the Waiwa side. The Whitmore guys is on the Whitmore side. So I guess Uncle Peter and his friends went swim to the Whitmore side. And so my uncle and his friends, well, my uncle wasn't there at the specific time, but his friends was going to beat up Uncle Peter then. So they was trying to swim across the river to the Waiwa side, and then my uncle was there. He said, hey, stop hassling Peter, that's my friend. So the Whitmore guys would stop chasing them across the river. And then that's how he called it my uncle saving his life growing up. So cool. Uncle Peter is one of the cooks, and he kind of took me under his wing. Like, you know what, Gene, you learn how to cook. Right now, Larry Yamagata was the owner of Aloha Specialties. Rest in peace. But at the time, he thought I was useless because I was just used to partying, coming in and just washing dishes, whatever. So when Uncle Peter approached Larry and said, hey, I'm going to train Gene how to cook. He goes, nah, he's worthless. No need. So what I did was kind of get a little more serious about things because I wanted to learn. And so long story short, Uncle Peter started training me behind Larry's back. And then one time, it was busy, and I went and said, hey, Larry, go take a cigarette break. He's like, what are you talking about? And then Uncle Peter said, no, go take a cigarette break. And I ran that front line without Larry knowing. And from then, I became a line cook. So that was my introduction into cooking professionally.
And what kind of food did you cook in the beginning?
Aloha Specialties was just a local place. They cook Hawaii local food in a California hotel on the second floor. So I got to just basically see how, they cook in hamburger steaks, sai min, wonton min, pork tofu, terry beef, all this kind of stuff. So I got to see firsthand, oh shit, okay, this is how they're making the stuff that I love to eat at the time. So I got to learn that, and then, the rest is history, man. I didn't know it at the time, but I spent maybe 3-4 years at Aloha Specialties. And then I went to work for this guy named Russell, who is now one of the major players in Aloha Shoyu. He owned a Japanese restaurant called Nozomi on Charleston and Rancho, and he needed workers. So I said, you know what? I kind of want to go learn sushi. And so I left Aloha Specialties to go work with Russell to cook in the kitchen and to learn sushi, which I never learned how to do sushi. I learned how to cook Japanese food is what I did. So I learned that. But while cooking at Nozomi and learning Japanese food like misoyaki, breaking down some salmon, tempura. I learned tempura from an old school chef where you still dipping your hands in the oil and doing the tempura on the shrimp and the vegetables. Oh. Right? So your fingernails are covered with hot oil.
Well, you're just burning your skin. It's like you just build calluses.
Well, no, there's a trick to it where you got the tempura batter, so the tempura batter is coating your finger.
Oh, I see.
But you got to time them because if it's in there too long, then you're getting burnt. So I learned that art of making tempura the correct way. Because nowadays, I would say 80% of people buying them frozen. and just throwing them in the fryer. I can name a few restaurants out there that does it, but it's not my thing. So, I learned that, bro. So along the way, I learned a lot of different cuisines. And then from when I learned that, I stayed there for a year, and then I went to learn Italian. I went to learn Italian at this place called Di Martino's, home style Italian cooking, and I learned how to do Italian food, building tomato sauces, white sauces, and everything, using the starchy water to build your sauces from the pasta. So I did all that, and then my career just took off from there. But
So, okay, I have a question. So while you're doing all of this, you're getting into cooking, you're making, some nice dishes for others.
yeah.
Do you spend the same time making dishes for yourself as a chef?
You know what? At that time, yes. I would go home and perfect my craft. I would go home and try and practice these things on my own. And then, sometimes would bomb, but sometimes would come out good. And so earlier I would practice. I would even, at the time, I wasn't even cooking local food. I would make the simple tuna, pork and beans and rice if I was hungry. But there were times when I had money, I would cook these things that I would want to try from work and stuff like that. So yeah, the passion just grew bigger.
I see. And it wasn't just like you just wanted to give yourself a nice meal. You were just practicing at the same time.
Yeah.
You're just getting extra reps in.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
getting
that's
extra
more-
reps. And then at the time, I'm single, I'm thinking, if I can cook,
Yeah.
fucking chicks come over and I'm cooking this dish. So that was my mind frame at the time,
Okay,
right? And I was real passionate and learning more.
Okay.
I still learn to this day, but back then I was really eager about learning more about cooking
Okay.
and the different types of cuisines out there in the world is what I was
Okay,
thinking, So my passion really grew. And it wasn't until I got a job as a sous chef at Roy's up here in Vegas that I would piece everything together. In the 6th grade, I did a cooking demo that my mom would help me with. And I would cook tuna and egg patties for my classmates. Had the portable stove burner. Then my mom came in and helped me. So all that came into play on where I'm at today. Right? At the time, I didn't know it, but thinking back on what I did in the 6th grade with the cooking demo for my classmates and all that, I was meant for this. I'm here. I'm where I'm at. And I'm where God needs me to be and where He planned for me to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool because you just came up here not even thinking your whole life was about to change, A lot of times we go through life and we don't realize that that certain moments in our life is going to be the defining moment or it's going to be the catalyst to lead us into what we're doing. I mean, even, your videographer, another Hilo boy, Regan, he was just saying he came up here for fighting. Now he's doing video.
Yeah.
He never could make a career in fighting here, but that brought him here. And that led to so many other things that he's doing. So it's cool. Even though, you come here for one thing, you end up doing another thing.
Yes.
And that's not always a bad thing.
No, and the thing that gives me more respect to Regan on the video part is that he found it within himself to know that, he came up here for fighting, but he wasn't gonna make it as a fighter and found something else. Most people don't do that. They have so much. I mean, I have pride in what I do, but I also know when I'm defeated and I need to go somewhere else. And I give Regan the most respect at that young age, being able to realize that your goal of what you came up here for is not going to be reached, and you finding plan B. Most people are going to be stubborn and say, and just live that dream of I still can be a fighter at 60 years old. So
I mean, certain careers definitely, we hear the kind acting. You can, probably be an actor until you're, 70s, 80s, right? For fighting, that's a little different. There's a timeline. There's a window where you can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
so different careers depends on that too.
Especially fighting, right?
Yeah.
Especially fighting. So I'm real stoked that he was able to acknowledge that at such a young age and then pivoted and became a fucking badass videographer, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, so the way he set up this diffuser.
Yeah, there you go.
So you started off as a dishwasher, started to get into, cooking all these dishes, learning how to cook all these different types of cuisines. And then at what point did you, were you inspired to, do your own thing? Or was it when you started to go on the that show Top Chef, or After that, did that cause you to get a lot of I guess momentum and opportunities so you can open up your own stuff?
You know what? After I did Top Chef, I kind of got discouraged, bro.
Really?
I got discouraged with the whole culinary industry because, I felt I accomplished something, being the first person, a native of Hawaii, to be on that show. I was the very 1st.
And you went about like a little bit more than halfway, yeah?
I went a little bit more than
Yeah.
halfway. No culinary training, right?
Yeah.
Started off as a dishwasher.
Oh yeah, I forgot no culinary training. Yeah.
And if you look at it, if you see the very first episode of my season, you see me showing up with one cooler. I get all my belongings in one
that was
fucking
the
cooler.
bus that we saw that Eric is like, hey, I gotta move this bus. Look, it's one cooler.
Yeah, so I came with one cooler. Everybody else is with their knife bags and everything like that. But
That's so Hawaii.
after I got off the show, I got discouraged because a lot of people, because I was on the show, they would hire me on to create menus
Mm-hmm.
and get things going because I was on Top Chef, right? But after I would create these menus, it would lead to dead ends and they would let me go.
Mm.
So I was getting very discouraged. Like, fuck, I cannot really find one solid job at one position that I think I deserve, right? And so I got discouraged. Like, man, I'm getting kind of over this already because I just been used, whatever. But it was also me being naive, right? Not really experienced as being a legitimate chef or anything like that. So it was kind of me being naive, but I got discouraged at that point. And I never really even thought of owning my own restaurant. I mean, that wasn't even in my sights.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, owning a restaurant really never come into play until I met my wife, to be honest with you. We used to do from Vegas, I moved to California, right? Long story short, I just moved to California to start a meal prep company. And the meal prep company we had, I mean, we was feeding UFC fighters, Mike Bisping, Rafael Dos Anjos, BJ Penn would come in town when he trained at the Ruka headquarters at the time. So we would do all these fighters, but with the meal prep would be very inconsistent, right? The first quarter of the year would be very busy because everybody had New Year's resolutions and then they'd end up falling off. So just one day, me and my wife just looked at each other and said, oh man, we got to come up with some type of another revenue. And there's not really any real Hawaii spots in Orange County. So we said, let's just try to do local food. 3 days out of the week, 3 hours a day is what we started with.
Mm-hmm.
And it just picked up. And we get busy and busier where there would be lines of people trying to come in for those 3 hours and we'd sell out. And it was just me and my wife at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to hire a couple more cooks and then we noticed that it was just growing and growing. And actually, if it wasn't for the assholes that the kitchen was working at, right? There was a commercial kitchen. But these people were so jealous because they could never get that area of the kitchen to work, to create extra revenue for them until we came with the local food and was just moving. Plus, the deal we had, they was getting no revenue from us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were just making what we make is what we're making. So they would give my wife a hard time, like, oh, the music is too loud. This is that, this is that. So when kind of forced us to level up. Like, you know what? It's time for us. We've outgrown this thing. So one of our customers, Jeremy, became our realtor, a commercial realtor. And he helped find us our location in Costa Mesa, which is on 17th Street. And is the busiest. It's the fucking busiest street in all of Costa Mesa. You're going to find everybody. Any restaurant, boutique restaurants, clothing, going to be on 17th Street. So we decided to go with that location. But the landlords, because we wasn't proven a proven thing, we kind of had to play their ball game. We had to play their ball game and had to go along with their terms of the lease. Percentage rent and all this kind of stuff. So we just had to do it. And then we fucking outdid it, dude. We outdid it. We outdid it our first 5 years. We're on our second 5 years. So, 6 years fast forward, our numbers are still
rising.
Climbing.
Yeah.
Still climbing.
And social media has a big part to do with that.
Social
too, right?
media has a very big part in it, right? So for all, I just gonna say it right now. So for all the people that think that we're not making any money, our food is shitty because no more Hawaiian cooks in the back cooking or whatever idiot shit they put in on social media, I get receipts. I can pull up receipts on daily sales if I needed to, my Costa Mesa and my Vegas one. And I guarantee you, day by day, people people are not going to compare it to what we're selling.
Yeah, well, yeah. You don't got to prove it to anybody.
We don't have to prove them to nobody. But in case people like receipt for receipt, we get that side
you
too.
You keep them.
But yeah, it's been the community of Costa Mesa and Newport when embraced me and my wife of what we was doing. And we got embraced even more after our Yelp video. Our Yelp video, we got embraced totally, bro. Yeah. Totally. But even before that, we opened 4 months before COVID. Everything we had went into the restaurant. 4 months later, COVID happened. We had to close down 3 weeks. And, it was a very stressful time, not only for my wife and I, but a lot of people. So at the time, they were trying to defund the police as well. It was all crazy stuff.
Oh, yeah. California was nuts, huh?
Yeah, California's an idiot state.
Yeah, it's the own super blue state, right?
Yeah. So they're trying to defund the police. And what we did was support the police. We went and support the first responders. And we gave them meals for free. We're not even really making money, but we gave them meals for free.
Yeah.
And by just doing that gesture for the community came back and took care of us.
Oh, super cool.
And till this day, the firefighters, all first responders get 50% off their bill.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that goes to like one of the oldest, Hawaiian proverbs, koku aku, koku mai. You help, you receive help, you give and you get. I think that's exactly what you always brought.
I was going to laugh because, he's talking to me in Hawaiian. I think I don't even know what he's saying. I don't know what he's saying. And these guys out there probably, why are you talking to him? You're not even Hawaiian. But anyway, I learned something today. But you say that again?
Kokua aku, kokua mai.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just part of a longer one. It's like aloha aku, aloha mai. Kokua aku, kokua mai. Pila ihola kanohana ohana. It's like love, be loved, give or help. Be helped. That's just the lifestyle.
Just reciprocate what's
exactly,
given.
Yeah. It basically is what aloha is, So it's cool that I think that's probably why people embraced you, because you brought that aloha to a place that, I'm not super familiar with that area, but, I've been to places here and, you don't always find the aloha spirit wherever you go, So it's cool. And that's what we're going to be doing more with this Keep It Aloha on the road, is find these people that are bringing aloha to the rest of the world. Like, let's bring aloha. Let's keep most of aloha for us, make sure we're, we're not trying to give all our aloha to Ukraine. We got to make sure that
exactly
we get enough aloha for us. And then we give a little out to the world.
Yeah, Ukraine get too much aloha over there, you know what I mean? Yeah. And if, I'm not a really political person. I get my beliefs, but if you cannot see just based on that Ukraine situation alone, what's going on, then fuck, Jesus Christ, you deserve to get fucking taken advantage of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I think, I forget who I was talking to, maybe Chris Dowes. I was like, I volunteered, in a foreign country. I lived in Madagascar for 3 years, helped
good
out
vanilla
other
beans,
people.
over there.
Yeah, that's 90%, I think, of the world's vanilla comes from
Madagascar. Vanilla.
Yeah, I can get some hookups if you need.
Talk about that.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm all for helping others. It's just like, gotta help ourselves first,
Exactly.
That's the main thing.
Right? We send in money to other countries, but the homeless problem in the United States is what?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, especially with the, the Maui wildfires, $700.
Yeah, the Maui wildfires. I just couldn't kind of sidetrack if you don't mind right now.
Yeah.
I just spitballing, but a lot of people, which again, I don't care what people say about my brand or how I promote my brand. I don't care. But I guarantee you, I do more for the community in Hawaii than 90% of the people that's out there talking. Right? So when Lafaya, what's that? Samoan.
Yeah, when Lafaya.
Lafaya. There's a Lafaya, Uso, the Lafaya.
Yeah. Or that could be Spanish.
Yeah.
Lafaya.
Lafaya. Hot like Lafaya. Cool like Wada. So we actually went down.
Oh.
And we went help all the brothers down at Esterns on Maui and feed the homeless people. Mm-hmm. We went down there and helped these people, right? And what they're doing, brother, Vela and the Chef K down there, but cooking for the homeless people, they're still there, I think, bro. Mm-hmm. We went down there and helped them. And Ai Pono Cafe in Costa Mesa when raised $10,000 and when give $1,000 to 10 families in Lahaina.
Oh, solid.
That's what we did.
Mahalo for doing that.
So even from the mainland, we're doing our part for Hawaii.
Yeah.
At the same time, really trying to spread and teach real aloha to the mainland people, not fabricated aloha. Mm-hmm. Not aloha to where I'm aloha with Kamaka right now, but when you leave the room, how's Kamaka? You know what I mean? Not that aloha.
Yeah.
Like real aloha, where I'm going to greet you as a friend and still greet you, even though I just met you now, right? Somebody can tell me later on tonight, Kamaka Diaz, you know what, bro? Take that somewhere else. Brother's on solid brother. You know, you might have your opinions, but he never do nothing bad to me.
Yeah.
He's a solid brother.
That's exactly how I think. Like when I posted, like, oh, I'm gonna have Chef Ai Pono,
Oh,
to get
what?
some
Machine guns
comments,
came out.
they'd be like, oh yeah, I heard that guy controversial. Da da da. I'm just like, how I operate is, and this is not just with the podcast. In real life, you hear stuff about people.
Of course.
But I'm like that. You know, I'm gonna make my own opinion and judgment once I meet them in person. I'm not the kind of person who just like, oh, what, really? Okay, no, I don't like that guy.
Exactly.
How you gonna like somebody you never even meet them?
Exactly.
So some people, they fall into that, and which is a lot of our society with like virtue signaling, like supporting causes blindly, and just to have some sort of status, like, oh yeah, I'm supporting this cause, I'm a good person.
Yes.
I'm not supporting this person because he's a bad person. How do you know it's a bad person? Just because you saw something on social media? Same way, I mean, we got, you know, early, and luckily not in a long time we've gotten heat, but, you know, we've gotten heat a few times on the podcast for all kinds of stuff. But people just, you know, they want to voice their opinions. They want to have everybody live life like they're living life, see life like they're seeing life. And that's the biggest thing that we try to do, and which I love about you, is that you're just showing your authentic self. And I think that's fine. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Same with this podcast. If you don't like it,
Scroll.
You don't like that, where the funniest things is like people commenting and saying like, oh, I don't know why they keep posting this, another post, or da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, you don't have to watch it.
No.
Like, get this crap off of my stuff. I'm like, it's you. Like, you have the choice to watch something else. It blows my mind how ridiculous it is.
Oh, but it just shows up on my feed. Yeah, but
like
nah, you don't like it. Fuck a scroll.
I know.
That's all you gotta do.
That's like the thing I will never understand. When I see something I don't like, I just go to the next thing.
That's all
it's
it
like,
is.
Imagine watching TV and then you're just like, wow, this show sucks. And you're watching it for another like couple episodes. And just stop watching it.
Yeah, if you see the 49ers playing, you skip them.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean? Just turn the station.
Turn them to the Saints. Yeah. Luckily, we're not that good, so you can go to another game, but you still support the Saints.
Yeah, so it's just
weird how people operate.
You know why? In this day's society, everybody feels entitled, for one. Right? They feel entitled. And two, everybody is more worried about being liked.
Yeah.
You know, oh shit, you know, let me say what people want me to say. Instead of say what you want to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they don't like you, fine. They don't pay your bills.
Exactly.
You know? They're not paying your bills. They're not there rubbing your back or your belly when you're sick in bed.
Yeah.
So who cares, bro?
Yeah. So did you always have that mindset, or did you grow that as you got older? Especially coming from Hawaii, coming to a place like Vegas, did you build that kind of toughness, or like you had to put on this kind of front, or maybe for you it's not even a front, just like, but you had to grow this kind of like armor where like, I don't want to be messed with?
You know what? I don't see it's something I grew into. I think it's something that everybody from Hawaii grew into, right? In my generation, I don't know about now because I've been away from a while, but from my generation, where we grew up was you're going to fight for your own, right? Whether it's your neighborhood or somebody from another neighborhood, if you say something or do something, the first thing you're going to do, what, bro? You scrap. Right? And that's what my parents, my dad and my uncles were teaching me. Don't get it taken advantage of. Somebody hit you, you hitting them right back. Right? A lot of people in my generation was raised that way. So now I moved to the mainland. I go make sure I'm not being taken advantage of, for one. And two, I never gonna kiss anybody's ass to get ahead in life no matter what. I never gonna do that. So over the years, being in the mainland, I still have the Aloha. But just because I don't show Bob and Tom humbleness, how I grew up with, doesn't mean I don't have Aloha. I just choose to give my humbleness and let certain people see how I really am. And that's me protecting my Aloha. You know what I mean? Me protecting my good energy. I'm not going to give them to you. Why? I don't know you. We don't kick it like that. You know, so over the years of being in the mainland and being used for my talents and where I've been from, and people really taking advantage of me, I kind of suppressed my humbleness. You ask the friends around me or people who really get to know me, I'm a humble person. I'm a comedian, I talk, but yet I'm going to swear every word because in the culinary industry that I grown to love and passionate about, every word is an F-bomb in the kitchen. Fuck, I need that ticket. Where the fuck is this? Where the fuck is it? Why the fuck you slap? It's always that. Right? And I grown to love. That's my passion is cooking. So I'm going to be real passionate about it. And this, to an extent on social media, yes, I know I can probably tone it down a bit, but it's just a magnified version of who I am.
That's what social media is.
That's all it is. You know, and some people take offense to it. Some people like it. And majority of them are just intimidated. They're just intimidated by it. You know, to me, when we came to Vegas, before we came to Vegas, we came with this bravado, this attitude, like, you know, we're going to be the best coming here. And we really feel that way, that our product is the best, right? That's not talking bad about the other restaurants that's here. That's just talking very highly about our product. That's all it is. So when we came in, there was people on threads. Ninth Island threads is what they call it, right? Connections. Trying to boycott Ai Pono before we even went open.
Wow.
Boycott Ai Pono. This guy, we don't like what he stands for. I stand for the same thing they stand for. It's just I promote it in a different way.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's something that I've noticed with different guests on my podcast, other Hawaiian specifically, is that we do life differently.
Yes.
We live life differently. You want to be radical? You go be radical. I'm going to be this, laid back, love everybody kind, do my life how I want to do it. But we still fighting for the same thing. We still supporting each other. It just looks different. And for here with, when you guys came, what, like a year ago or 2 years ago?
Oh, yeah, a little over a year ago now.
A little over a year ago, and coming with this this bravado and maybe, just kind of how you do your social media too. It comes from a fighter's mindset.
Yeah.
And to me, you're around fighters, you yourself are a fighter in a sense, you don't got to swing hands to be a fighter,
No.
but you just give me like that fighter mentality. Like you will hustle, you will grind, you will do whatever you got to do to,
to make
be
it happen.
successful and make it happen. So I think that's comes off as abrasive sometimes to others, especially, it's like some people don't like watching UFC. Some people don't like seeing people get punched in the face. I love it.
Right.
A lot of people love it. So you have that demographic of people that love it. They see you, they hear the swear words, they love that stuff. And it's just the people who are soft,
soft batch.
That don't. Yeah, exactly. And those people, that's not your demographic anyways. So for me, like, that's how I see it, is like, you go do your life. The people that will like me, the people that will want to try the food will love me. And I gotta say, firsthand, you're so gracious to us. You invited us to your restaurant at the Durango. We had the most Ono food we've had in Vegas. I've only been here for 1 day so far.
Right.
But I gotta
Watch
say,
out, they're gonna attack you now.
The most Ono food I had. That Lau squid luau thing was nuts.
Yeah.
That was like total modern. Like, I never even thought about doing that.
Not bad for a Filipino.
Yeah, not bad for a Filipino. Yeah. I didn't really like the black dog you made for us though. That was kind of weird. Yeah, that was kind of weird. Then the fish was good. For me, I'm a rice guy. I got rice tattooed right over here, so the rice was fine too. It was not mushy.
Yeah.
So Marcella from Waianae would be stoked about that. She hates mushy rice.
Cool. Right, Marcella, you're welcome anytime, Marcella.
Oh, do you know who that is? Marcella Resentes?
I do not.
She's the one, McKenna Maduli, this is like probably 10 years ago. She did the interview with her. I don't know if Regan remembers, but she was like, oh yeah, coming over here, yeah, I'm hard for my gas. I saved 19 or 20 exact. He knows. He remembers that one. So if you see the video, like,
okay.
So we did a podcast with her last year, and she was so funny.
Good.
But she's so authentic. But she does like food reviews.
Oh, is that the chick with the tattoo?
Yeah.
She wore a backwards hat.
Yeah. Marcella Resentes.
Solid.
Oh, you gotta have her up. She would do the best food review ever.
Let's do it. But you know what? They might hate on you too.
No,
but let's do
it.
it.
She don't care.
I love it.
She's so awesome.
I love it.
I would, somehow, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll get her. We'll get her sponsorship with Hawaiian Airlines so they can fly her up here.
But yeah, that's. We get a lot of heat, which was expected. We expected that because not everybody gonna like how we promote them, right? We're gonna get heat. We get it. But for them to form And some of them was restaurant owners out there, that would
Really?
form the boycott against Ai Pono.
Other, I guess, Hawaii Thais people? Or
Yeah,
just
yeah.
any- Oh, okay.
Hawaii Thai's restaurant, not all of them, some of them.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't like that when other locals, Hawaiians.
Yeah. So that's what they was doing.
Yeah,
And
okay,
you know
yeah.
what? After this podcast, I'll show you. I get proof. I get
Yeah, you
receipts.
get the
on this. I get
receipts.
receipts. I'm not the type to put businesses down
Uh-huh.
in order to me get ahead,
Except Hawaiian bros.
except Hawaiian bros.
There's always exceptions.
There's always success with Hawaiian bros, with people that's misrepresenting what
Mm-hmm.
we're about. I don't care about the hustle. You do your hustle all you
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to. We all gotta make money, but at least know what the fuck you're hustling.
Yeah.
So it was just a spur of the moment. Just one day we decided, fuck, we drive in Arizona. So we said we just drive Arizona. We got Sleepy Hollow. We drove Arizona, and we went there, and was just mind-boggling to see what people can get away with. Because these people, I think they own like 56 restaurants across America and the Midwest.
Wasn't it like the biggest Hawaiian food chain in the world?
Yes.
Or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was them, and I thinking, what the fuck? So we went in there, looked at their menu.
Sorry, I was gonna say, is that the restaurant that like was it called copyright or they said they copyrighted Aloha or something, or
No.
that's a different one?
That one was Aloha Poke.
Aloha
We can
Poke.
get to that
Okay,
one too,
okay,
because
okay.
Ai Pono ties into that
Yeah.
too.
Sorry for interrupting.
But
you.
these
Yeah.
guys tried trademarking Aloha Spirit.
Mm.
I think it was called Eat Local or something like that. They trademarked that, right? So now this is two haole guys from the Midwest, two brothers, and their parents owned a Hawaii-themed restaurant in California or something.
Okay.
And so they opened up like 60-something restaurants. So it's like, man, you get all these other small Hawaii-owned businesses actually from Hawaii struggling to make it. And you get these haoles that's misrepresenting Hawaii, and they get 56 restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to go there. We filmed. And, like I told you earlier, we couldn't get mad at the workers. They're just doing what they're told or hired to do. So when I saw the menu, I played stupid. Huli chicken. What is that? Oh, it's teriyaki chicken. So I'm like, oh, fuck. Okay, here we go. This is one of those days.
Yeah.
And they had Honolulu chicken. I think they had Lahaina chicken, Maui chicken, Lahaina chicken. And so they all went deliver them to the table. And the only difference was the Honolulu chicken had green onions in that. So I made a joke. I said, what? Only Honolulu can afford green onions. But that was the only difference. And, they pre-made their musubis, but the musubi, I think, was from the night before, and they just would heat them up. So I went grab them, and the rice would fall in half. And one of them, and the chicken went taste all right. Went taste okay. I had worse, but was just a total misrepresentation of Hawaii, man.
Mm-hmm.
Totally. And so we did the video about that, and we even got flack from Hawaii people. Oh, why are you bashing these guys for?
I commented on that video supporting it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not bashing. I'm just saying they're misrepresenting where we're from. Why aren't you mad at that? You know? So I think in this case, we're talking about our Hawaii people, our local people, because we're from Hawaii.
Uh-huh.
Maybe, and even I guilty of it sometime too. I think what we should do at times is listen to the sake of listening, not for the sake of responding.
Yeah, well, listen to understand, not just to hear the words.
There you go. Even better put. Listen to understand. And I think a lot of Hawaii people can use that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my Hawaii people because we're guilty to the fault with being so passionate and prideful for being from Hawaii. Yeah. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck you going against Hawaii. But I think if we put that passion and pride into listening, right? Listening more, finding definition and knowledge more, we as, not Hawaiian, but we as people from Hawaii gonna get more ahead in life, I think, that way.
Yeah, I believe that. And again, something that we try to promote here is just understanding people and sitting down. Like, how rare is it for somebody to just sit down and talk stories for 2 hours uninterrupted and get to know somebody who they actually are?
You might just answer questions for people out there that's just wondering why the fuck my brain is fucked up. You know what I mean?
This is therapy.
Yeah, it's therapy. But then at some point, you're not supposed to understand the madness and what goes on in my brain.
Yeah.
That's for me to understand.
See, my thing is, when I was getting a lot of heat for some podcast clips, I just stopped responding to things because I just did. One, I didn't care it didn't bother me. You know, I've read the 4 agreements. I don't take anything personally. At least try not to. But then I don't know if I saw something or I just started to think in my head like, why am I gonna try to explain myself to people who only want to misunderstand me?
Yes.
And I think that's something that people probably, you know, see when you're responding to comments and stuff like, why he got do this? And I would respond to comments once in a while. Now I like never respond to comments
Right.
unless it's like informational stuff like, oh, when's the next episode coming out? And I'll tell them.
Things that hold meaning.
Yeah. But other stuff is like, why I gotta explain myself? Like, you're a random person. Like, I don't need to make you happy. The people in my life are the important people. My sponsors that, you know, if my sponsor says something, then we got a problem.
Yes.
Because then I can't pay rent.
Yes.
If you comment and you don't like it, then that's one less view from you.
Yeah, because you, or even people with large platforms, we cannot control the negative responses we get from what we post.
Yeah. And also, it's usually people outside of your following because these videos go out to the outside.
Yes.
And then it goes to people who have no context of who you are, what you do, what you actually are like. Says, I can, you know, honestly say I'm probably like one of the nicest people. I'm pretty clean.
But you
very
a polite
innocent.
fucking person, bro.
I'm very kind. Like, I love just being kind to people. Like, that is my brand. But there's people out there who probably think I'm a bad person just from a clip that they probably seen online.
They're going to find a reason.
Yeah,
right?
there's like stuff like, oh, Kamaka, I hate that podcast. Like, that podcast sucks. And like,
well, they're going to hate you even more after this one. Yeah.
Nah, that's fine. Then those aren't the people I want because I only want good people in my life.
Exactly.
And if you're not one of the followers that, you know, truly support this and truly support the guests, you know, that's awesome. Even if you watch the podcast and you're like, oh, I don't like this person. Well, we got 170 other episodes that you can watch.
Exactly. And that's it. Like you said, right? If it was a TV, just change the station.
Yeah.
Nobody on gun to your head.
Yeah,
Watch
exactly.
this now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But back to what you were saying, right? On how we promote it and how we comment back, right? For one, that was part of our thing that, you know, we're going to stand for our product. We're going to stand and we're going to defend our product. And we're not going to let anybody else dictate whether we succeed or fail.
Defend Hawaii, defend Ai Pono.
Defend Ai Pono. It's fun. Right now, Ai Pono is Hawaii's most wanted right now. But
hey, wanted to eat good food.
There you go. But, you know, when we're doing that kind of stuff, and many people don't know this, but I pay 2 people just to talk shit online. For
Wait,
us.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Just because.
Just for engagement?
Just for engagement. I don't get stare at. I'm a busy person. Regan's a busy person.
That's a good marketing strategy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's times you don't know when that's us responding, right? But majority of the time, I pay 2 17-year-old kids for fucking just respond. And they get paid.
Nice.
That's it. So we're not doing the work. Oh, this fucker, I thought his restaurant busy. He get time for respond. No, that's how we got you guys.
Yeah.
You know, we like doing things on purpose. Me and Ku, we get together. We think, okay, how can we do this? What can we do? We already have how we doing things, how we promote them. What can we do to stay ahead of the game?
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm gonna ask you an honest question right now. You came to Las Vegas, right? To interview people, get away, whatever your personal, have fun, but get some work done in the meantime, right? This Aloha on the road stuff. I'm pretty sure, and again, this is not talking bad about anybody. It's just facts, right? It's just being real. I'm pretty sure you never try to hunt down any other restaurant owner to get a podcast with, right? And that's just the truth of it, right? So we did and promote our company, our brand, so that we can stand out, whether you like it or not. Because we get NFL football players coming to Vegas and emailing us and DMing us, hey, we want to come and eat at your restaurant. Should we make a reservation or whatnot? No. Just come in, we'll make it happen, right? We get restaurants that's outside of the Hawaii cuisine that wants to do collaborations with us, right? Clothing apparel, barbecue places. Who else we get cool coming?
Engineering guy, who that?
So I've never met this guy, but we follow each other on Instagram. And this guy, food with bare hands.
Okay, I gotta check him out.
Man, he puts up the craziest concoctions from a smoker at home.
Okay.
So this is where I got the idea. He did this poke stuffed onion ring, right?
Ooh.
So he made onion rings and when put poke in between and then when freeze them and then when fry them and you get poke in between on onion ring. So I took it a step further where we went and put Big Island smoked meat in the middle.
Oh.
You know? So now
Smoked
we
meat onion rings.
so we complement each other and now we're going to do a collab. And this guy has almost 500,000 followers on his page.
Smoked meat onion rings.
Yeah, so
I'm tripping right now.
So now you're going, who's doing that?
Nobody.
Nobody in a local restaurant, casual setting
Mm-hmm.
is doing that kind of stuff. So that's showing how well-rounded we are, not just in local food. We can take it any direction we want to, you know? And there's no other local restaurant here in Vegas that's doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's not talking bad about them. It's just what Ai Pono brought to Vegas.
Yeah, yeah.
In hoping now. Our hopes was to have the other people level up on their cuisine.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it as competition, right? Hey, you know what? Bro, this guy get on point.
Mm-hmm.
Look at what he's doing. Maybe we should start doing that to elevate the local food scene is what our goal is from the beginning.
Yeah. Well, I think you're doing a great job of marketing your brand, you know, because you could have the best idea, you could have the greatest food, but if nobody's eating it, nobody's seeing it, then it's just an idea.
Yes.
You know, so you need people to come in, and whether they like the way you're marketing it or not, they're coming in, or people are coming in, and they're trying real, authentic Hawaiian local food.
Right? The bottom line is the food.
Yeah, the bottom line is the food, is if it's good food or it's not good food.
Exactly.
Yeah, and something we were talking about at lunch earlier, how like you know, some people can come in, like the Yelp people, they're like, oh, this wasn't good. Like, it also depends on where you're coming from and what food is a subjective thing.
Yes.
You know? So for me, I don't like spicy stuff. You know, so we had a spicy ahi. I tried some of it and I was like, a little too spicy for me. I ate everything else. I mopped everything else.
There we go.
You know, but I'm not going to be like, well, that spicy ahi sucks. I'm like, no, it's just too spicy for me.
There
or
you
like,
go.
if I've never tried poi. I've had, you know, friends visit,
Yes.
or I give my other like Hawaii snacks I bring wherever I go. Some people like it, some people don't.
They don't.
You know, I try to be like, hey, if you say you don't like poi, you never had good poi. But then some people, our taste buds are different.
Let me ask you this then,
know?
and I probably know your answer. Sugar or no sugar?
Can I have sugar? Yeah.
You know,
Daniel Anthony said, mode or no mode? Eat the mode.
yeah, you know, that one. I mean, when I was younger, my grandmother had to put sugar for me, but now I don't like sugar in them.
Yeah, no.
But my grandmother used to leave that thing for 7 days, and that thing
That's
is
the old
just
school
white and green and crusty.
That's the old school.
And she mix them in there.
Yeah,
She go, oh, Jimbo, you gotta eat this one. I go, oh, no, I don't need that, grandma, no way. You know? But like, you know, back to what we was talking about is your podcast is being, you know, you keeping it aloha. Aloha doesn't have to be, hey, hi, how you doing? Aloha can be, hey, you fucker, what's up?
Yeah.
It's the same texture, right? But we just fucking said it in different ways. And it's still aloha.
Yeah, totally.
Just because I'm like, mele kaliki maka, you fucker. Well, wow, I know more. Well, now I can say Merry Christmas in my own way.
Yeah.
I got heat rigs. We got heat for that one too, huh?
What?
We got heat for that video we did.
What video is it?
Oh, I was dancing on top of the parking lot saying, Mele kaliki maka, you fuckers.
I love that's funny. I've heard that before.
Yeah, so people got mad. Oh, this fucking guy. Oh, look at him. I was thinking, brah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, people need to get alive.
Yeah. You know what, though?
Yeah.
That, you know, I'm not one for say this kind of stuff because I hurt people's feelings too sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of it. But that's just people, soft batch people that cannot take constructive criticism themselves. You know, because if you was an executive chef, Michelin star, James Beard award-winning chef, and you came and said, hey, Gene, I think the way you're making the risotto, you can kind of do them like this. I would listen to you because you have higher accolades than I do. You are at where I want to be as a chef. Fuck, I want to get James Beard recognized. I want a Michelin star. I would listen to you. You know what, Chef Kabaka, thank you for the fucking knowledge and the fucking, you know, the little pointers, but I'm going to use that.
I'm gonna real quick cutting out. I'm gonna cut that clip and show it to my girlfriend. You said Chef Kamaka take pointers from you. So, sorry.
Perfect,
Side note.
perfect.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah. No worries.
Jordan,
Anytime.
make sure you cut this clip. Send it to Faith.
I'm
thank
always
you.
down to be a fucking wingman. Bro. I'm always down.
Okay.
But I would take that, but most of the time with what we post, you get these so-called experts with everything in life nowadays, right?
Armchair experts.
Armchair experts, or they get the, I call them the ice cream eaters. The ice cream canister on the stomach and on the couch. They're the ones commenting, but they don't know nothing. They're not doing better than me. So why are you going to listen? Why are you going to take their criticism? You don't know nothing. Look at your profile pic. You should look at your profile pic before you say something about me. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm so abrasive, me and my team. Because Regan puts all his effort into the content he creates for Ai Pono. I put all my effort and love into the food we create for Ai Pono to make Ai Pono the best possible place you could ever eat Hawaiian food at. That's my goal. And I'm going to put everything into him. But when you get one regular Joe Schmo who probably fixing solars or whatever it is, I got nothing against solar panel people, but telling me about what I'm not doing wrong or what I should be doing, nah, get out of here, bro. Stick to what you do. Bowling, I don't know what you do. Whatever it is you do. No, tell me about my job, because in 5 years we can compare notes. I'm going to be where I need to be and want to be, and you're going to be there still critiquing other people, hopefully. So
they said never take advice from somebody that's not in your doing what you're doing.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And I think now that I'm making this connection again to fighting is that for us casuals, us armchair expert, we're watching a fight and we're like, bro, how come he never just punch more? Oh, I could have dodged that. Like, bro, this is such a boring fight. Like,
and we all guilty of that.
Yeah, we all guilty of it because it's the same concept of like, it just, for us who don't have the experience in that, it just seems very simple and like, we could be doing it too, but not everybody can do this stuff. So we all want to give our unsolicited advice.
And for all of these people out there, cooking at home and cooking professionally in a restaurant is two different things, So that's why I get offended. And I know many of my peers in the professional world, professional chefs get offended, is these people giving themselves the chef title.
Yeah.
Just because they like to cook at home or cook for Instagram. I'm a chef.
It's basically a guy who's just like, oh yeah, I had like a couple street fights. I trained needle boxing back in Hawaii, like talking to the UFC fighter, like guarantee I could take him.
Yes.
Like, that's basically what it is. And all the people in the comment section is all the people in the fans, you suck. That's basically what it is.
It's basically what it is, bro. You thinking you know, but you don't know. And then half of these people out there in social media land, they don't know what it takes to earn that chef title. I had an issue with a disgruntled employee once. He brought up a good idea with a dish that we used with some leftover food, right? And if you know the professional chef world, you always gonna get leftovers, and you're gonna try save your food costs by making something with the leftovers. It's not because your food shitty. It's not because you're not busy. So that's what you do for keep your food costs down. So he brought this good idea, so we ran with it. And then, we let him go. And then now he expecting the world's recognition that he created that dish, like he created Ai Pono. You know what I mean? In the professional world, as a line cook, where we all start off from, the chef can push us to become chefs. So they're going to push us to be creative and want us to create specials. And I've done that in my career. Like lots of other people in the professional culinary industry has done that. You think we got recognition for that? No. The chef got recognition for that because that's the chef. He's pushing us to be more creative to get to where he is at. But my disgruntled cook, oh no, I made that. Oh, you need to put this. Please. Who would spend the money for the ingredients that you made the thing with? You know what I mean? Yeah. Who gave you the opportunity to create this thing?
Yeah.
But he's expecting worldwide recognition.
Yeah, it's the same thing with like, the actor wins the best actor award, but it's like 100 other people helped
There
him
you
get
go.
there.
1,000 people made the movie, but
the
you won the best actor
the
award.
fighter won the fight, but it's his coach, his trainer, his nutritionist,
His training partners.
training sparring partners, all of that.
Yes.
You know, and like they shot him out tingle, but they're not gonna be the one being interviewed, and
No.
you know.
So
I
this
think,
world is ridiculous.
I think one, know your role.
Know your role.
And again, like, yeah, okay, maybe that sucks. You feel like it was your idea. You know, life is unfair sometimes.
Yeah, like The Rock, right? You used to watch WWE.
Yeah,
The Rock.
Yeah,
know your role.
Yeah.
And shut your mouth.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta get into social media fan questions, but we'll take a quick shishi break and we'll be right back.
Kalea Hop Water is a sparkling, hop-infused beverage with bright, tropical flavors and the refreshing essence of island life, with 0 alcohol, 0 carbs, and 0 calories. Kalea brings aloha in every bubble.
Aloha, everybody. We're back from a quick shishi break. He's got a refill of his bourbon. I still got my Kalea sparkling hop water.
Kalea.
Cheers.
Cheers, bro.
Get it? Let's get into the social media fan questions.
Alone on a barroom table. That's what you said. How's that one? That was good. I think I can hold one too. You know, they never know. I can sing karaoke. You know,
Okay, first question comes from Josue Benjamin F. He says, Aloha from Mexico. How can you describe Hawaiian gastronomy for all us foreign people? Any ancient particular technique that you're still using?
You know what? You cannot really answer that, right? Hawaiian gastronomy, right? Because there's no such thing. But if you're talking about ancient cooking techniques with Hawaiian cuisine, I guess you're going to have to go back to the imu, right?
Oh, yeah. That's
right?
a good one.
I think you're going to have to go back to the imu, which is still used today. You know, so, but as far as gastronomy is concerned, I mean, I think the godfather of that would be Roy Yamaguchi, right?
I gotta talk with him.
Came up with the, the Pacific Rim, the Asian fusion flavors, right? So I think when it comes to Hawaiian food and that guy's question, and cooking techniques that's still used from the olden days would be the imu. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that. Smart.
And I'm not a Hawaiian.
Hey. Okay. I feel like I'm a therapist when I'm sitting like this.
What next? You like me spell imu?
Yeah, okay.
I can spell imua.
It's minus the e and you got the imu. Okay. So, Gene, next question. All right, Miss...
Might be offensive. Sounds offensive.
Miss Manu 808 says, what's your favorite go-to meal that you don't cook for yourself?
I think we said it before in the podcast, bro. Doritos Locos Tacos. You know what I mean? Supreme.
No, but it's their favorite cooked meal.
Oh, a favorite cooked meal?
Oh, no. Well, it's favorite meal that you don't cook for yourself.
Yeah, would be Doritos Locos Tacos from Taco Bell and Uncrustables, bro.
The classic Uncrustables.
Uncrustables. Yeah.
Those are good ones. Okay. Same person asked, when you were a kid, did you want to grow up to be a chef? If not, what did you want to do?
You know what? Growing up in Hawaii, and this is not a slight on Hawaii, but my parents even my friends, our parents never even push us to, hey, what you want to be when you get older, right? We was just content of being content. But growing up, I guess it was like everybody else. My dad wanted me to go to UTI, mechanic school for air conditioning and all that. Or is UTI urinary tract infection?
That's the first thing I was thinking of. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's one.
I should have become a gynecologist too. No, but yeah, I guess that like everybody else, my dad wanted me to become a mechanic or AC like that, but I never really have
trade school kind of thing.
Some trade school. I took auto mechanics 4 years because my dad wanted me to, and all I went and learned was how to wash the guy's car.
So you should have been on car wash at McKinley Car Wash then.
Yeah, it'll detail.
Right on. Okay. Next question comes from Kula Burns. This person says, "Who's your favorite cook at Costa Mesa?" And follows up with a, "Can I get a yeah, boys?" I don't know how I'm supposed
Kulia
to say it.
Burns.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I didn't write
Is
an
that
I.
Kulia Burns?
It's probably Kulia. I probably misspelled it.
As one of our workers in Costa Mesa. Yeah, Kulia. Good answer. Who's my favorite cook? Not your boyfriend. No, just kidding. My favorite cook. All my cooks is my favorites in there.
It's like asking who your favorite child is.
Yeah, all the cooks in Costa Mesa I love. Everybody at Costa Mesa I love. David, who's one of my leads right now, came. I hired him with no knowledge of cooking. He needed a job. And right now, if I was to go on, let's just say Iron Chef,
Mm-hmm.
he would be one of the people I'd take with me.
Mm.
Nothing. Knew nothing. But now, and he wanted to go to culinary school. He was going culinary school, in fact. I just told him from my experience, I much rather learn hands-on instead of going to school and you can be $40,000 richer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's been almost 3 years he's been with me and he's my lead cook now.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so David is my lead cook, Kulia, your boyfriend. But I love all the cooks and I love all the employees at Costa Mesa. So there.
Solid. What's the yeah, boys? Is that something you always say? And how do you say it?
So, yeah, boys.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Okay.
But I say that when we're busy because we're consistently busy in Costa Mesa. And when I look at them, like maybe they kind of might be going down or the ship is sinking, I say that to get the morale up. Yeah, boys, let's go, boys. That's how I say them,
Nice,
and then
nice.
I'm not the kind of owner or chef that just gonna point finger. I'm gonna get in there and get dirty too.
Mm-hmm.
Till this day, I work. So not only does that prove to them that I don't mind working, right? It also proves to them that, you cannot pull bullshit with me. I'll fire you in an instant if you do your job because I don't mind working,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. When was the last time you were a personal chef? Do you still do that? Or was it when you were doing it for the Fertitta
No,
brothers?
you know what? I was doing it for Frank and Lorenzo. I had a couple gigs of cooking at people's houses, but it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
At the time, it wasn't for me. I'm not shedding on it because people make really good money doing that. They get to travel the world with whoever their clients are and stuff like that. But I don't do it anymore. What I do miss about cooking though is the fine dining part about it. Getting real intricate, working on presentations, and I miss that. So one of my goals that we're going to accomplish is I'm going to try get James Beard recognized with our next concept that we're going to do.
Like a fine dining Ai Pono?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
What would that be? So Ai Pono is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is fancy? I don't even know what the word for fancy in Hawaiian.
I mean, what word actually, no, I'm not going to even, I'll tell you off camera.
Okay, yeah.
Somebody might steal my idea, you know what I mean? So.
Okay, right on. Okay. This is an interesting question. Flying Mama says death row meal. So I guess it's like if you had one last meal.
You know what?
Would it be?
Death row meal for me would be hot white rice, canned tuna, and pork and beans.
That's a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, home. That's feel good home.
Yeah. That would be my last meal with shoyu on top.
Not you shoyu on rice over furikake?
No furikake, but I put the shoyu on the rice and then tuna, but the tuna gotta be in oil, not water.
Okay.
Some canned tuna come in oil or water.
Oh, yeah.
So you give me a canned tuna in oil and then pork and beans right out the can. I'm good. So
the pork and beans over the shoyu rice is good. I've never had. I mean, I obviously eat rice with everything, and like I love pork and beans with rice.
Yeah.
Especially when you get like the pierogi sausage inside.
Oh, body.
But yeah, I never had it with shoyu.
Yeah.
Would it be the same if you just put the shoyu in the pork and beans?
You could. I mean, basically, it just adds a little more salt.
It's going to the same place, right?
Just add a little more salt to it,
okay.
And it's just like, how can I use this? Like if you put, so I put shoyu on my beef stew too, right? So you know how the shoyu just going to kind of sit over the beef stew. So it's just, I don't know. It's just for me. Like if you ask my wife if I eat beef stew or pot roast or anything like that, I gotta eat them separate. You cannot put them on the same plate for me. I gotta grab the rice, dip them in the beef stew, and then eat them.
Some people are like that where they don't like their foods to touch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not that critical, but
Yeah.
certain stuff I like them separate.
Yeah. Okay. You know, so when we talk about what's your favorite, what would your death row meal be? For me, I think it would be, my top 3 is chicken katsu, Korean chicken, meat jun. I think I would have to go with meat jun. And it's funny because, you know, I was just talking about this with somebody else. Your wife's Korean, I'm Korean. I grew up just thinking meat jun's a super popular Korean dish.
Not.
And it's not. It's a Hawaii thing. And I learned this when I was in Madagascar, actually. When I was living over there, I moved to the capital my 3rd year. I went to a Korean spot open, and I was so excited because, you know, it's a little taste of home. So I was like looking at the menu. There's this Korean guy that came, and he's like, "Oh, what do you want?" I'm like, "Where's the meat jun? Like, you don't have any meat jun?" And I looked it up and I couldn't find it. And I learned later that it's just a Hawaii thing.
But you know what is Korean? Because my ex-mother-in-law was from Korea. They have a dish like that, but they make it with ground beef. It's ground beef, carrots, onions, garlic, and then they egg batter it. Like a hamburger steak patty, but they egg batter them.
Yeah.
That's how they do them in Korea. I forgot the name for it, and they usually do them for New Year's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Hawaii came in with the sliced beef, egg batter.
Why is it only a Hawaii thing though?
I don't know.
They don't care for it in Korea? You
I don't know. You know what? I think just because Hawaii is a melting pot of all ethnicities. I think just along the way, right? It just came. You know, maybe at the time they never had ground beef. It is, it's just meat and let's just do. I don't know.
Yeah.
I never did dive deep into that, but yeah.
Yeah, somebody can tell us. We'll have an
Hopefully,
expert.
if you guys know, please let me know.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah.
Okay. This one is an interesting question. Avadada says, I heard he travels around with his own security in the mainland. Is this true?
I'm not Drake. I'm not Kendrick.
Well, I didn't see security today.
No, it's ridiculous.
Funny rumors, yeah.
A lot of rumors, but I don't travel with any security at all. I mean, first of all, I'm not fucking famous to do that, right? I don't consider me that. I think even if I was famous, I wouldn't travel with security guards. I do have my friends that's around me, my close friends, right? I mean, if they call it security guards, no. I mean, Regan is always with me, but he's the content creator. He's my friend on top of the content creator. Not a security guard.
Yeah. Hey, but he can scrap, I bet.
But if anybody gonna try jump me, he gonna help. If people gonna try jump him, I gonna help.
Yeah.
Right? So no, I don't travel with security guards. I travel with very close friends.
Yeah.
You guys came to the casino today. Just me and my workers.
There's no security guards.
There's no security guards.
Yeah. Maybe Lincoln. Yeah.
Yeah, I think brother Lincoln might need security guards.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Last question from Instagram, and this is, we could go into this after. 808 Motorcycle and Auto Parts says, ask him why he always fight everyone when people criticize his food. Because he's a fighter. But it also comes from the fighter mindset again, where as a fighter you want to be confident. You're confident in your abilities and your skills.
Yeah. You know what? I think that's you asked me this. I think this is a very good question. I just might have people that wondering about me can help them understand this question, right? It's not that I want to fight everyone, because I don't want to fight everyone. I don't even want to fight. Do I think I can? I'm gonna spitball here. Do I think I can beat up everybody? No, everybody cannot beat up everybody. But I'm not one slouch. I'm gonna do what I can or know how to do to defend myself, right? But for one, I never gonna take criticism from someone that's not doing better than me. 2, I'm not going to take criticism from someone that's not in the field that I'm working in and blood, sweat, and tears in. 3, I'm not going to take criticism from someone that says, oh yeah, we ate at his restaurant in Costa Mesa, but everything was shitty. For one, dining etiquette 101. If I go to a restaurant and what I ordered or what my party ordered, my family ordered, and we don't like it, the number one thing I'm going to do is give them a chance to rectify it or correct it. Hey, I'm going to explain to them what I don't like, blah, blah, blah. Because in the restaurant industry, the first thing we're going to do is we can remake it for you, or do you want something else? Mm-hmm. That's what good restaurateurs or owners are going to do, right? Because you want your guests to be happy. Majority of these people that complain about my food or they ate here or ate there, never say anything. Or I can bet that 80% of them never probably even come and eat at my place, right? So why am I going to respect that? Why am I going to respect someone who's possibly just lying? Two, that never give, not even me per se, but never give my employees or my cooks a chance to make up the mistake that supposedly happened, right? Because that's what you do. Because instead of them, and plus, they went straight to, oh, this fucking food is shitty, right? That's the first thing they're going to do these days. Instead, it could have been like, I got there and the food wasn't what we wanted or expected, but we told them that and they fixed it. And oh my God, what they made the second time was just even better.
It's way more positive.
I recommend this place for you guys, right? Because they can talk shit about my brand, my company, my cafe, my team, all they want. But what they don't realize is that the mouths and the families that I employ and help feed, by you just doing that because you don't like me or you don't like the way I promote it, you're going to screw up those families back there. That's what they're not thinking about. So why are you going to respect that? So now that you're putting their families in jeopardy, my family in jeopardy by spreading lies or saying something that was probably not true or giving us a chance to fix it, who wouldn't want to fight? You're taking food out my kids' mouth. You're taking food out of my employees' families' mouth.
Yeah.
So that's why. And I work hard to be where I'm at. Cool Visuals work hard to be where he's at. My team works hard to be where they're at. You don't hear people saying, like I said, I don't mention people's names or businesses to get ahead because I'm not going to do that. But majority of people in Hawaii is talking about Ai Pono. Whether it's good or bad, they're talking about Ai Pono. Oh, this guy talking, I got to see. Is this food really good or what? I got to see.
Yeah.
They're not talking about the other people here in Las Vegas. And again, I'm not talking bad about them. It's just because they don't know about them. They know about Ai Pono because of how we promote and market our company.
Like you said, I never reached out to anybody else. This is the only one I knew.
There we go, right? And again, we're not talking bad about them, right? And don't get me wrong, there's restaurants out here that do really good things. And then again, there's some that just copy, right? I'm not lying, I just spit in facts.
Yeah.
But we do what we do because there's a purpose. I don't respect people's opinions if they're not doing better than me, if they're not in my field, if they didn't give my team a chance to correct whatever was wrong, but instead they just go straight to social media and bash, right? So that's the whole reason why. It's not like that I necessarily want to fight everyone, but I know a couple gyms out here in Las Vegas that we can go fight if you wanted to. Because like I said before, I'm not afraid of getting knocked out. I'm not afraid of losing one teeth, getting one black eye, broken arm, or whatever. I'm not afraid of that because I was born in that generation where if you're going to talk shit, you better handle yourself, right? I know I can handle myself. I cannot beat up everybody, but I know I can handle myself. Some people even comment, oh, he's almost 50 years old talking like that. Yeah, because the younger generation now needs to know how the older generation was raised and how the rules was back then. That when set the tempo on things and life. It's not saying I want punk saying, oh yeah, I'm going to fucking fight everybody next week when I get drunk. No, it's not about that.
Yeah. No, some kids these days, they need to get punched in the face.
They need to get punched in the face.
Yeah, I've said that multiple times. Is some people, not even kids, some people just gotta get punched in the face.
Oh yeah. Some people gotta get punched in the face and some even worse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, Cool Visuals, me, the whole Ai Pono brand, we can take the banter online, right? We know what we're giving. We got to be able to take it. But when people start spreading lies, then you're kind of getting out of hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel that. I feel that because when it's inappropriate, like you really don't need to do that. Like if you had a bad meal, you saw something, like on the internet, that's one thing. But to like try to attack somebody's livelihood or character or try to like cancel them, like shut down their business, cancel their podcast. I've had people, I'm like, so you're saying cancel my podcast, unemploy Jordan, I can't pay my rent anymore. What, I'm going to be homeless. I'm going to have no job.
All because what?
Because you didn't agree with something that somebody said.
There you go.
That's crazy.
There you go. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody out there in La La Land, they all seen the video of this guy spoofing and talking bad about Ai Pono. Whatever. We don't care. But when he spread lies, like I think he said I was on wife beater.
Oh,
I'm going to show you after this podcast the messaging between that guy and my friend on how he tells my friend, oh, I have no proof. I just heard it from people.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's how people are. That's one of my past podcast guests. She's like a kind of radical lady. She was hating on one of our old drink sponsor, Kolea. I mean, sorry, not Kolea. Shaka Tea. And she's like, oh yeah, I heard that this farmer in Hilo, they said that mamaki, they grow them on Big Island. I'm sorry, in the mainland and all this stuff. I'm like, I said I don't know the proof, whatever. Then I Google later. Mamaki is only grown on the Big Island. I'm like, you're saying that it's grown in California, where this endemic plant to Hawaii only grows in Hawaii.
And she could have possibly ruined that guy's whole
exactly.
hustle.
And they're just like hating on these things without having any proof or doing the research.
And you know what makes that even worse? Is not all, but in this case, we're talking about Hawaii. Hawaii people going to feed off that and eat off that.
Exactly. Especially if you have a platform and you're spreading these lies. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
So that's why, they said, oh yeah, Ai Pono turned off their commenting. No, we didn't. You just got to follow us to make a comment nowadays.
Nice. That's smart.
That's all you got to do. So at least if you're going to talk shit to Ai Pono and us, at least follow us.
I getting views, I getting followers.
Yeah, at least follow us, you fuckers. You know what I mean?
Smart.
Yeah.
What is that? Frick, I was going to say something else, but anyways, yeah. I'm sorry that you guys gotta go through that, but also I'm not, because it creates great engagement. The times that people comment or fight each other in the comments, I'm like, keep going, because this is just getting us more views.
That's all it is, right? And then the people that really know me or cool visuals will be the coolest fuckers you ever meet.
Yeah.
I give the shirt off my back for people, and then people, how come brother no can be humble, right? Who says we gotta be humble? I tell you my opinion on humble. Humbleness got me used for my talents. Humbleness got my dad fired from Wailua Sugar because they brought in the haole fucking manager when fucking fire all these long-time Wailua Sugar fucking employees, right? Humbleness got Hawaii taken away from the Queen. Humbleness. There's a time to be humble and there's a time to not be humble. What's not aloha about that? Right? I'm going to show more aloha than anybody else you ever going to meet. But because I speak and view things a certain way, it makes me serving less aloha. The humbleness, the Queen got taken advantage by her humbleness, and the fucking guys will take over Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not Hawaiian. Right? But I was born and raised in Hawaii. I'm going to live and die for Hawaii. Granted, if I was on the mainland longer than Hawaii or not. My beliefs and my moral beings is raised and born in Hawaii. Right? So they can say, oh, he's not humble. I'm as humble as they come. But I just choose to show my humbleness to certain individuals. That's it.
Yeah, you're more selective with whom you share that with.
Yes,
which is fine. As you get older, that's basically what happens.
And I think that's a very special trait for us as human beings, is that we get to pick and choose on who we let in to our positive circle. You know what I mean?
That's the coolest thing about life, is that you can create your life. You can decide the things that you want to do.
Yes.
I think people forget that you have so much control over your own lives, and people fall into that victim mindset. Like, oh, my life is like this because of this. My life is like this because of this. I don't have money because of this. I don't trauma and whatever it is. And yes, it's all true. You can still have that, but there are also people who've had situations like you, maybe even worse, that have become successful.
Yeah.
So
people start using those as excuses.
Yeah. Like, I cannot make money because of this. You know, my family didn't teach me about money. My parents didn't put me through college. My parents didn't teach me about money.
Neither did I.
My parents didn't put me to college.
Yeah.
Look where I'm at now.
Well, it's like they said, right? You either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
Right? You either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
And some of us do, some don't.
Yeah.
But you cannot shit on the ones that do just because you don't.
Yeah. It's jealousy.
Nah.
Okay, so the last question comes from a text from my stepdad, Kaloa Robinson, whom you met at the...
Uncle and Auntie. I met you guys in the valet as I was leaving. I rolled my window down. I remember that when Kamaka told me the story today. I remember you guys. Yeah.
So shout out to my parents. He says, what are your top 5 go-to spots when you're in Hawaii, and what do you order?
You know what? It's funny
I
because
know one, Taniokas.
Taniokas.
Yeah.
It's funny
that.
that your stepdad
Yeah.
would ask you that because me and Cool Visuals, we've been to Hawaii and did Hawaii street food tours before.
Okay.
And we're planning the next one.
Oh, nice.
So my first go-to is, like we said before, is Taniokas, right? Taniokas, when I get there, the first thing I'm going to get is their, I don't know what they call them, but it's almost like a spicy tuna bowl. But it's just minced tuna, like lomi tuna over rice. I'm going to get one of those. I'm going to get their fucking extremely long shrimp tempura, that shrimp skewer or whatever it is. I'm going to get 1/2 pound, the Alea red salt poke. I'm going to get 1/2 pound of the, fuck is the one my wife like? I'm drawing one blank. My wife going to be mad, but my wife get this certain poke. I forgot which one she get. And then we'll get the tuna patties.
Okay.
Tuna patties. And then, boom, we're going North Shore. So that's Taniokas. That could be my number one spot. Second spot, we will catch on one of our Hawaii street food tours. And I never go there because I was in town. I was born, Waiawa, Haleiwa. Cam Bakery.
Oh, yeah.
Cam Bakery for the fucking, what was it? Taro donut.
Poi donuts. Yeah.
The poi donuts.
That, yeah.
That fucking poi donut, but I would kill somebody for that thing.
Yeah.
You know what? Scratch the poke beans and fucking that roll meal, but would be on poi donut from Cam Bakery. Poi donut from Cam Bakery, bro. We would hit that
Oh,
up.
you should do a collab with that. Something with
That would be good.
poi donut. Yeah.
And you know what? We would also go to right across Tanioka's. You get this place called Diamond's Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
They do huli huli chicken on it.
Oh, nice.
Diamond's Kitchen would be my other hit up spot.
Oh, I've been there. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
In my pao, by the
This is,
Arby's.
yes, yeah. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I would get them. They do these combos. They do all kind of combos with
But is that the place they only sell huli? That's all they do?
that's all they do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
that's all they do. So
Like, the
Diamond's
whole
Kitchen would be
menu
the
is
next
just
one.
that, Yeah.
What is that? Tree, Tanioka's, Cam Bakery, Diamond's Kitchen. Fourth one gonna be Pa'alakai.
Oh, yeah. The snow puffies.
The bakery and the store. The store get on good fried chicken.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They get on good fried chicken and the snow puffs and the butter roll over there.
Okay. I only know that because I always got to bring home when I go over there.
Yeah, the butter roll.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna turn them to 6 if I can.
Okay,
I'm gonna do them to 6.
can.
So that was the fourth. The fifth one gonna be Papa Ole's.
I don't know what that
Papa
is.
Ole's is down in Ha'ula.
Oh, okay. That's what's
And I'm
far
gonna tell
from
you
me.
right now, Helena's get one good pipi kala, you know that short rib they make. But Papa Ole's get one fucking good one too, bro.
Okay. You gotta
Papa
remember
Ole's fucking Polehu fucking ribs, he call
Mhm.
them, is to die for. To die for.
that.
And then my sixth one gonna be on food truck on the Kaneohe side. You usually post up in PCC.
Okay.
James Pokipala
Oh.
is the owner, and it's called Big Poi Eats. You get Hawaiian food there.
Oh, nice.
And
I
I'm
like
gonna
that
tell you
name.
this right now. To me, probably the best squid luau
Really?
you ever gonna have on the island. Best squid luau.
The squid luau you made on the Lao Lao today was really
It
good.
was okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not James' recipe, but Big Poi Eats on Instagram, his food truck, PCC.
Okay, I gotta try them.
Yeah.
We filmed an episode of PCC a year or two ago.
Yeah, and even I
we
get
ate
my
over
other
there.
friend, his brother, Gabriel Pokipala, sell the hot dogs in PCC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so get brothers that selling their shit into the Pokipala family.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we gotta go check them out then. Okay, that's a good list. So if you guys are visiting Hawaii, make sure you check those places out. My stepdad has a couple other questions.
Yeah.
He says, although you were never formally trained in culinary school, who was your role model when you're learning to cook?
You know what? Role model is always going to be my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
My granny and my grandmother always going to be my role models because they was the ones that was cooking when we was growing up.
Yeah.
But I also have an Uncle Mario and Uncle Inky. I mentioned them earlier, but they always used to cook at family barbecues. And so I would watch them. Wow, okay, men cooking too,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And those was my role models growing up from a young time. Until this day, even though I picked up other role models in the professional world, I think I talked to it with Lincoln, Chris Kajioka on Oahu,
Mm-hmm.
owner of Leila and Miru in Kaimuki.
Oh, yeah, I went there. That place
Yeah.
is good.
Man, I've been watching Chris for so many years, bro, and I love what he's doing, bro. Not the fact that, he used to work with, Thomas Keller, all these high-profile chefs, bro, world-known chefs is Chris's fucking pedigree, you know? And to see him back in Hawaii doing his bruh, that's another guy I look up to.
Awesome.
Now, in Hawaii to this day, you know? Yeah, my grandparents, my uncles, my family members, Chris Kajioka right now in Hawaii. Dyson, my friend Dyson was just on fucking kitchen scraps.
Oh, nice.
Fujitsu.
Yeah.
Right?
I've seen that Fujitsu before.
Yeah, so that guy, we used to do jiu-jitsu with my brother up here in Vegas.
Oh, cool.
Moved back home and he's an excellent sushi chef and does wonderful creations, bro.
Oh,
wonderful
solid.
creations. Those brothers, keep doing what you're doing, man. Fucking brother Dyson and Chris Kajioka, man. Love you guys.
Awesome. Cool. Okay, 2 more questions for my stepdad. He sent me a lot. He says, how would you describe your food to someone who's never been to Hawaii?
Man, that's a good question, dude. Because most times people been to Hawaii, you can kind of...
Yeah. Oh, it's like this. It's like that. It's like squid luau. It's like, you know.
You know what? I guess in a few words, you know, how we would describe what we do would probably be... And I'm going to take this from Chef Roy Yamaguchi because I think he explained it well. It's European cooking techniques with Asian ingredients. That's what Roy said about Roy's. And that's how I cook. So off the top of my head, that's what I would say.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I could probably come up with something in my own words, but since you put me on a spot with that question because, oh man, fuck, off the top of the dome, European cooking techniques with Asian ingredients.
Solid.
Yeah.
Okay. And last question. Will you one day return to Hawaii and open a restaurant?
Yes. We are planning it as we speak. We made an announcement that Ai Pono coming to Waikiki in 2025 winter. Just so for the record, we are doing a 3-day or planning a 3-day pop-up in Oahu for Ai Pono. Just, you know, so for one, we can get feedback, you know, from the locals. And 2, just to give them a little taste of what we doing. You know, on how we doing things, on how we creating the modern mixed plate, right?
Yeah, I love that.
By the way, I got to give that modern mixed plate coin to my friend Pat Tenori, owner of Tenori, because we interviewed him a while ago, and they was asking him on what type of food I do, and he said it's more like a modern mixed plate is what Pat came up with that. So I took that and I used that. So you know that's what we do, the modern mixed plate. Just taking old cooking techniques from growing up in Hawaii, but infusing them with today's ingredients and cooking techniques. That's
awesome.
Well, that's all it is.
Well, I'm happy Pat will be happy about that, hearing that, so he doesn't email you or come at you for not giving him credit for that.
No. You know, Pat is not like that, bro. Brother Pat is, you know, if they don't know, Pat was the owner and creator of Ruka, RVCA.
Yeah, one of my favorite brands.
Huge in Hawaii. You know, now starting his own clothing line called Tenori. But Pat's a good human being. He works his magic through connections, bro. And he'll connect people. And that's how people would get ahead, bro, by his connections. Yeah. And the root of it is Pat.
I love that. That's like what I'm trying to be, is like that connector.
Yes.
And then, you know, when it's like local people or, you know, Hawaii people,
Madagascar, Ai Pono.
Well, I call it connections.
Connections.
Yeah. So I want to work those connections.
Fucking brother Kamaka is working connections, people. So, yeah. Okay. Guys out there in TV land, if you guys can tell us right now, where could we post up for our pop-up in later on this year? Let us know. We'd like to service the locals in Hawaii.
Awesome.
You know, even the people that talk fucking bad.
Hey, they can try them. They can try them instead of just hearing about it.
You guys can try them. It's all about the food. It's not about the way I talk. It's not about what me and Cool Visuals does on social media. It's about the food. Come and rate the food. We're going to give you guys a chance. Awesome. Give you guys input.
If you guys need spots too, you know, just the guy you got to talk to. This guy, he got all the connections in Hawaii. We're
going to talk to about it behind the scenes. Make some stuff happen.
Speaking about Pat, does he do podcasts?
Pat does not.
I've seen him on any, because I would love to talk to him or meet him.
Pat does not.
I've never seen him on a podcast.
But I'll tell you what. I think you on cool, brother. I think what you're doing is very cool.
Well,
we was going to probably be the first for put him on the speaking.
Oh, no, do it.
No. My gift to you. I'm going to try to see if we can plan them for the next time you're out here to see if we could probably take a road trip to Costa Mesa and get Pat on your podcast.
That would be amazing. But I also don't mind if he just does yours. Maybe he gets his feet wet with doing your podcast. He's probably more comfortable with you. People who don't do podcasts, it's probably
or maybe we should do a fucking collab podcast.
Yeah, we could do that.
Who doing collab podcasts?
Yeah, the Speaking Aloha Ain't Easy podcast.
There we go. We could do that. That'd be a good one too.
I'm down for that.
You know what I mean? Hawaiians, not so Hawaiians, making things work for the sake of making things work.
Yeah.
There we go.
Community over competition. I love it. Okay, cool. We'll go do that.
Yes.
All right. Mahalo everybody for the social media fan questions. Make sure you leave some for our next guest, and maybe a question will make it on the podcast. I gotta say, this is the most comfortable I've ever been on a podcast. I'm like straight cruising, legs up.
There we go, bro.
I feel I don't drink. But I'm like, I feel cool, like I'm holding a beer right now.
Like if you did drink, you'd be drinking.
Like if that's true. If I did drink, I'd be drinking.
Yes.
I'd have a bit of bourbon, but I do have to try it. I like to taste it just so. Most times my reaction is it tastes like alcohol, but I know this is a special one. So
yeah, this one. I'm a huge fan of High West Distillery. They're located in Park City, Utah, and my brother actually got me into drinking bourbons and all this other stuff, and this is a store pick from a really well-known liquor store in Costa Mesa called High Times. So they collabed with High West and got their store pick where it's a blend of straight whiskeys that's finished in white port barrels.
Oh, cool.
So the finish is a little sweet, and it's a really good drink, dude.
Nice.
Really good drink.
I have a tiny sip just so I could taste it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I like to ask all of my guests the same question when we come to the back end of the podcast about the phrase, keep it aloha. It's the name of the podcast. It's something I try to do every day. We're on the road. I'm still trying to keep it aloha. I like to know in your life, how do you keep it aloha?
You know what? I keep it aloha by just being myself, right? Speaking my mind, no matter who it is. No matter if you're a millionaire, no matter if you're the dishwasher at my restaurant, I'm going to speak my mind and say things how I want to say it. At the end of the day, I'm not going to let any other people dictate my success or failures. I'm going to make sure I dictate that. So keeping it aloha to me is just being real with myself, no matter what company you're in. Donald Trump could be here. Elon Musk could be here. I'd be like, fuck. I'd be talking the same way to them how I'm talking to you, or how I talk to Regan, or how I talk to my friends. F-bombs here, whatever the fuck, because everybody, we're just human beings. No matter how big your pockets is, no matter how big your house, no matter how much cars you have, how much jewelry you have, we the same fucking people, right? Same fucking people, same fucking soil. We put on our shoes and fucking pants the same fucking way.
Yeah.
We cry when we get hurt. We laugh when we're happy. So why we gotta change? Just be yourself. That's keeping it aloha.
I love it. Yeah. I always say keeping aloha is keeping it real.
That's it.
Yeah.
Right? Many definitions to aloha. Aloha is hi. Aloha is goodbye. So I can just say, you know what? I fucking hate you. Aloha, brother. But yeah, that's my version of keeping it aloha, bro.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, no matter if you're stressed out, no matter if you calm, you stone, you high, you drunk, sober.
Yeah.
Just be you no matter how you are.
Okay, cool.
That's it. That's keeping it aloha.
Okay. I want to get into some other things, but I want to confirm with you and the rest of the crew. Are we planning to do your podcast after this? Or I know we have an 8 o'clock Jabberwocky show.
What time now?
It's 5:50.
You guys at 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, like wait. So you want to keep going on this? Cause,
yeah, we can keep going.
Because we can wrap this up, and then we can continue on your. Because I want to do the mocabs, but we could put it in mocabs on your podcast if you want.
Don't matter. We finish yours. Finish yours completely how you do your podcast, okay. And then we can plan this. Even if we come down to Hawaii and we can bring our and we can do you. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. I like make sure you get. Yeah, this is enough for us.
Yeah.
Finish your podcast, bro. We here on your podcast.
No, I just got a couple questions, but I wanted to do the mocap.
Well, let's do all that.
Okay, we'll go do them right now then. Okay. That's live planning here. You guys hearing the behind the scenes. Okay. I just rebuttoned my pants when I went.
You know what? I got a question for you though.
What?
Being that you do podcasts, what podcast do you watch?
JRE, Joe Rogan. So
he's probably the pinnacle, huh?
Yeah. Well, my inspiration is Joe Rogan, this podcast called Ologies. It's just it's like a scientific one, but it's funny. And I don't like
Flat
science. No. It's like, but it's just this lady, and she just makes it funny and fun. It's like ologies, like the ologies of like all kind of different things. It can be like about bourbon. It could be about like trains. It could be about podcastology. So I used to really like that one. And then a fantasy football podcast, fantasy footballers.
Okay.
So I format my podcast based on all of that, where it's just like Joe Rogan talks to anyone about anything.
Yes.
You know, ologies, how it's, educational and stuff. And then the fantasy footballers, where they have certain segments and they
And
do
plus, I'm
certain
pretty
things
sure
that
you're a
is
fantasy
funny.
football player.
Yeah, I love it.
There you
I'm
go,
a
there
huge
you go.
fantasy football.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's the podcast I listen. I don't listen to many these days just because like I always have to listen to my own. Like after this, I timestamp my own podcast. So I record about 2 hours and I listen back for about like another 2 to 3 hours
Got it.
timestamping. So I'm pretty tired by that. So if I'm
Right.
driving, which I don't drive much these days because I live in town now, so I don't have long drives. So once in a while, but during the football season, every single day, fantasy footballers.
Got it.
Yeah.
Because like I said, when you guys were setting up here, right, with how you and
Jordan.
Jordan has it set up. I mean, me and Regan is watching like, oh shit, okay, they're doing it like this. And I like it because you know what? We're humble enough to know that we're learning something
Hmm.
from someone. Right? We don't know it all. And we're like, oh fuck, okay, they're doing this, they're doing that. Wow, okay, when they're moving. Like now I just because we know we get the fucking thing, hold it on,
Yeah,
but we
yeah.
get this. And I noticed that when you're moving.
With it, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, oh, okay, cool, bro. I dig it. So I just had to ask who you watching and stuff like that, bro. You know?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Mainly and Joe Rogan, so funny. This guy has the biggest podcast in the world. His quality still sucks. But that's what it goes to show. What did Jordan tell you before? It's the audio.
Yep.
Because the audio is the main thing.
Yeah.
So when people ask like, hey, what do we need for a podcast? Like, you don't even need the best quality cameras. I started with a GoPro.
Right.
So, you look at the best podcast in the world. You see his clips, it's like, what, like 720p quality? It's like...
But these,
Yeah, it's good mics, good conversation. It's the substance,
Yeah.
And same for food. It's the substance, right? You can have the prettiest food, but, it could
Well, a
taste
perfect
horrible,
analogy for that for
Yeah.
chefs is you can have the best knives in the world,
right? Right there, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But you don't know how to cut one carrot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, you would hate me how I prefer. I don't really cook. I never cook, let's just say that. But I'm like very simple and I'm like a sustenance guy where I'm just like, if I'm making a salad,
Yeah.
I would like, just to save dishes, whatever, I would just like bite the carrots and spit it into my salad and like bite the cucumber. Like I'm that kind. My
That's
girlfriend
okay.
hates
Hey, you
it.
know what? But the fucking
I save time and it tastes the
and
same.
the salad tastes good to you.
It tastes the same.
There you go. Less dishes.
One less dish to wash. Okay,
I'm gonna
so-
do that because my wife get pissed off with me. All the dishes I use, I'm gonna do that, dude. She probably gonna say, "Oh, you disgusting fucker! What are you doing, fucker?"
Okay, so let's get into the social media fan questions. I'm sorry, we just did that. I lost myself. Let's get
Contact
into
high.
the moabs, adult moabs. So this is a game we just played a couple episodes ago with Chris Styles. He's the one who's actually told me to reach out to you because he said you're in Vegas. So shout out to him.
Wow, brother Steezy's,
This
man.
episode
You the
is
man.
compliments of Steezy. He had such a good time playing this, so I'm gonna show you this. You know the concept, right? You're just trying to
Yes.
decipher the gibberish. I can kind of angle it too, so maybe
You know,
Regan
though,
can see.
you might expose me for the people saying I'm not from Hawaii.
Well, this is the test right here. I got some very relatable ones too. Let's start with an easy one first. Okay,
Let's go easy.
try to this one.
Sup, baby girl. Sup, baby girl.
There
Sup,
we go.
baby girl.
Okay, he know that one.
There
You
we
know that one. Okay, what about this one?
I'll hike smoke orb.
Just keep saying it. Just keep saying it
I'll
out
hike
loud.
smoke orb. Oh, I like smoke herb.
There you
There you
go.
go. I like smoke herb.
Okay, you're 2 for 2. Easy. Okay, what is this one? Which one did I got? Okay, what about this one?
No whack you fucker. No hacky fucker.
There you go.
No hacky fuckers.
What about this one?
Haisteo bulai. Haisteo bulai. Fuck, I don't know. Bro.
Heiste Hall Bulain.
Oh, I stay all blind. I stay all blind. Fuck, there we go.
Sometimes you just gotta read it in a certain way. Like once you get the flow of it.
Cool visuals. Hand me that pipe.
Yeah. What about this one?
So fucking shame. Hey, all you guys hating on Hawaiians, so fucking shame.
Exactly.
Come on, guys.
Half these
Come
guys,
on, boys.
half the guys hating, they can't even say this.
Exactly.
They can't
Come
even
on,
get 'em.
boys. So fucking shame.
this one. Okay.
We're gonna use these on our podcast, bro.
Yeah, no,
and
it's
always give
fun.
a shout out to fucking.
It's fun.
Okay, let's keep
Yeah,
it
yeah.
aloha. We're gonna call it the Keep It Aloha segment of the podcast.
But it's Hawaii versus it's my other business though, so we gotta shout them out.
Moat Gabs.
Moat Gabs, yeah. Okay, what about this one?
Hampio Hafaka. Hampio Hafaka. Wampio Hafaka. You fucker.
You got that part.
You fucker.
Wampio how.
Fuck, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. What is it, Reeks?
You got it? This one's a little hard. One Pilau.
One pilau fucker.
There you go.
You know what, bro? All you fuckers that stay bashing Ai Pono and fucking Keep It Aloha podcast, you guys want pilau fucker, bro. Stop being
go.
pilau. If you guys know more proof, don't say it. No be pilau.
Yeah.
Be aloha.
Yeah. Okay. What about this one?
Be pono.
Yeah. This is a funny one.
You broad doll hike. Year broad doll hike hoof me. Oh, bro. I think I sound Viking. Year broad doll hike hoof me. Fuck, what is that, Reeks? Year broad doll hike hoof me. Fuck, I sound retarded too.
I can hear it.
You're broad.
You're
You're broad like oof me.
You're brada.
You're brada like oof me.
Yeah, you're brada like oof
You're
me.
brada like oof me. Wow, that was a hard one. I couldn't
That
hear
was a
that.
hard one, yeah.
You're brada like oof me.
Yeah,
Fuckers.
your brada's probably hard too. Because he like oof you.
Yep, I don't swing that way, but for those that do, you're brada like oof you, fuckers.
Okay, let's
That was a hard one, bro.
Yeah, that was a hard one. Here, this one should be easier.
Ooh, motherfucker. Ooh. Motherfucker. You motherfucker.
These are just all stuff you can be saying to
Fuck.
you know how they got the like reading like hate, angry tweets?
Yes, yeah.
That's basically what we're doing now.
Fuck.
Hey, what about this one? You gotta get this one.
Gonja for more. Fuck, I sound Arabian now. Gonja for more. Gonja.
Try to say it slower.
Ganja for far more. Ganja farmer.
There you go.
Ganja farmer.
Is that the slow down a
J
little
Boo.
bit? Okay. What about this
Ganja
one?
farmer.
Okay, we'll end with this one. This one can go out to your crew over here for after the podcast.
Weak hope burn. Bah, we go burn. Let's go. We go burn. Yes. Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so that was mocabs, adult mocabs.
But I like
presented by
it. That's
Hawaii
good,
Verse.
bro.
Yeah, it's a
That's
fun
a
one.
fun session,
And
bro.
and we got the adult, family friendly one here too.
Oh, guys.
So yeah,
We're gonna keep it exciting. We'll keep it aloha.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so I want to know, what does the next 5, 10, 20 years look like for you?
You know what? We have an 8-year plan, my wife and I, for the team. And in about 8 years, we're hoping to find somebody to buy the entire brand so we can disappear and live off grid.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
I don't think I can, but
I'm actually
I think
in the
about
process right now of buying some land in Costa Rica.
Oh.
My buddy Roots, the Rotolo family is good friends. They have land out there already, and they have a acre and a half right next door to them. I think we're buying that.
Oh,
We're
really?
gonna buy that from them, and then we're gonna build on that.
My sister-in-law's dad just moved to Costa Rica.
I heard they explained. We planning on going this year to Costa Rica
Okay.
for the first time myself. Regan's been there, but what my buddy Roots tells me is Costa Rica is like Hawaii in the 80s, is what he says.
Wow. That's
And it's
awesome.
also a blue zone.
Oh, super cool.
Costa Rica's a blue zone. So hopefully, you guys get to hear more shit talking from me till about 120 years old.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's the plan, bro. In about 8 years, sell this whole brand. My wife doesn't want to do it. But you know what? I'm not planning on working my entire life. We're going to get in, get this brand going, get the numbers where it needs to be, and find someone to buy the They can franchise it if they want to.
Yeah,
Also, you guys going to see Ai Pono Japan coming.
Oh, cool.
Ai Pono Hawaii, and that's how we're going to wrap everything in.
Cool. Maybe Ai Pono Costa Rica? No, you separated.
You know what? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to retire in Costa Rica and just sell Slurpees, maybe.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tienes que aprender español.
Poquito ese.
You have to learn Spanish. You got to get on the Duolingo. Duolingo.
No, I am. So we was talking about this, and I know some Spanish, but the Spanish I learned is from working in the kitchen.
Exactly, the bad words.
Or blood in, blood out.
Yeah.
Blood in, blood out. Learn that Spanish, So that's my Spanish. So I kind of know if you talk slow enough, I kind of know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the plan for Ai Pono. So hopefully we can
solid.
set the way and set the, what we want to do is just basically show these other small business owners that Aloha comes in different shapes, different sizes, different words.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily have to promote my company the way you do, but I have the same goal as you do. Does it mean I have less Aloha? Does it mean I have more Aloha? It just means that we have the same goal and I just promote my company different from everybody else.
Super cool.
That's all it is.
Yeah. You just gave me an idea for some of my merch when you said Aloha comes in different languages. Like we plan to do a podcast in Japan. I should make shirts where it's like keep it and then their word for Aloha.
Yeah.
That would be super cool.
You know what we did was, me and Ku, we get this thing we're going to post. What we do is we ask different people, different walks of life, what is your meaning of Aloha?
Yeah, I love that.
In one word.
Yeah.
Right? And we got some good ones, yeah? But to me, my definition of Aloha was Aloha is blind. Right? Aloha is blind to color. Mm-hmm. Aloha is blind to fucking race, words, whatever. It's blind to everything. Even if you want to look at it from a certain way, like certain people hate on your podcast or Ai Pono, right? To them, the Aloha is blind. You're not looking in deep Aloha. What is Aloha? What is the message we're trying to send? So Aloha is blind to me. That was my definition of Aloha.
Awesome.
So we're going to launch that. Should be pretty soon. We're launching that, right, on the platform.
And if Aloha took a couple hits, then Aloha would be blind.
Right. And just because you don't drink, but I drink, fuck, I think we just spent an hour and a half, almost 2 hours just talking about things.
Yeah.
What's not Aloha about that?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so
hey, if we never have sponsors, I would have let you do a lot of other things on this podcast.
Hey, you know what? Respect to your sponsors, and you know what? I really admire. I really admire. Because how old are you?
I'm going to be 32. Well, actually, when this episode comes out, I'm going to be 32.
Okay,
it comes out on my birthday.
Okay, so you know what? Happy birthday to Brother Kamaka. Really, happy birthday to you, sincerely. 32 years old, doing your thing on how you think it should be done in the way you think it should be done. I admire that because in this day and age where people want to be more liked than being real, where people trying to get more likes than being real, right? Oh, fuck, we just came up with something down. But I admire that, especially you coming from Hawaii, and I'm pretty sure you're well-versed in the Hawaiian language, obviously.
Yeah.
Right? How many people can say that in this day and age?
I'm very blessed.
Right? Very, very blessed. Very few people can say that. And I like the fact that you're authentic and you're doing authentic things, because one of the best analogies I can say in this day and age is you cannot be a preacher who respects Sunday morning but not Saturday night. Right?
Yeah.
You cannot be. You cannot.
I love that.
So I admire that. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having Cool Visuals, part of this podcast in Vegas. Thank you for thinking of us, by the way.
Of course. No, I'm stoked because I feel like now we're connected every time we come up here, which we will plan at least once a year. Then we can all stop by Ai Pono Cafe, you know, probably visit the, Costa Mesa location. I actually have family in Orange.
Oh, perfect. There you go. And then you know what? For I just clarify something if you don't mind.
Yeah.
For those that speak about Ai Pono or myself or Cool Visuals No More Aloha, you know what? maybe you guys might not know, but this year going to be our second season of doing the free sunset luau's at the poolside of Durango, all ages, free to the community, right? We also have the backyard series at Sunset Station, right, where we throw these huge concerts and stuff like that for the community of Hawaii to get together. And we're doing a street food festival, right, is what we get planned. So, we do a lot for the community is what we set out to do. So I guess if anything from this podcast, besides the fact that you just see two Hawaii brothers that met for the first time, that talking and just getting along, not knowing each other. I mean, if you guys take anything from this podcast, just think that you cannot judge a book by its cover. And if you don't know what the guy doing or why he's doing it, then just don't say nothing. Just keep going along your world.
Yeah.
Right? Because you never know. This asshole that you think that's on the other side might be the one that go do something good for you in the fucking end.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
You cannot judge. We're judgmental by nature, but let's put time into knowing somebody. Because if you really want to have an opinion, you got to get your own opinion. And I feel like for me, that's always been my thing is like, I hear gossip, I hear all kinds of things, and I'm just like, well, I just want to know myself. I want to,
yes.
And even if that opinion of that person is still true, my opinion is different. I was like, that person was nothing but nice to me. For example, Josh Green, our governor. Okay, Josh Green, we all hate him. Like, oh, he does this, he does this. I've met him in person, and he was only nice to me.
Right.
So on that specific thing, he's like, I've met him, he was nice. As him doing his job, maybe
horrible.
He just sucks at his job.
Yeah.
But maybe he's not just a very terrible person, or maybe he is, but he was only nice to me. So
since you're talking about Josh
Yeah.
Green, do you remember this is an acquaintance of mine. I know this guy, Todd Tanaka.
Okay.
Remember during COVID, they would interview Todd Tanaka, and was Josh Green on the other side, I believe, and is asking questions from the public. And then Todd Tanaka go, I just gotta tell you, you are a fucking idiot. He said that on live television, but it was just fucking funny because they never expect Todd to say that. You know?
Yeah.
And Todd is okay. Todd, I love you to death, but I'm not gonna stereotype. He's a Japanese guy, right? I want to say Todd is from Kahala side. I want to say. I could be wrong. Correct me, Todd. But so you're going to think, okay, this guy is on live TV. He not going the fucker said, I want to say you're a fucking idiot. That's what he said. Bruh, I started rolling. But, oh my God. I mean, some people got mad at him, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course.
But yeah, that's a good opinion, right? I don't live Hawaii, but I see what they're doing down there.
Yeah.
And I can see you probably seen him on a personal level to where most
different
people
events
don't.
and yeah. But that doesn't mean I like him.
No, it doesn't mean you like him, but
Doesn't mean I like
in your interaction with him, he was a nice guy.
Yeah, and then that's like the people I've been trying to get him on for so long. But that's why I want to talk to people, because I want to actually have a conversation and be like, okay, yeah, maybe he wasn't that great.
Yeah.
Maybe he's actually way cooler in person than what we see on TV, So, yeah, I don't know. That's just how
And I like add something if you don't mind. So I know everybody that watches your podcast, everybody in Hawaii watches social media. I know they're watching this video that this guy did about Ai Pono, talking bad about me, spreading lies about me, whatever, right? For one, don't spread lies if you have no proof about someone, because you could destroy a person's character or whatever it is, right? If you don't have real proof.
That's harmful,
right.
So harmful.
Yeah. I mean, even if people telling you, maybe it's people that hate me too, are going to tell you whatever you want to hear, right? A lot of people ask me, this fucking guy, this, that. I think, yeah, you know what? Yeah. I don't mind the banter, but when you start spreading lies, it's weird. But I pray for that guy. I pray for that guy gets help. That he had to specifically name myself and Ai Pono in order to get followers on his thing.
Views,
whatever it is, right? Oh, you know what? I mentioned I wanted to do this too. Could I get into the Zippies video about you with this?
What was Zippies? Oh, yeah. Go for it.
I want to clarify something. Yeah. So, we made a Zippies video a couple years back about Zippies coming to Las Vegas because Ai Pono was coming to Las Vegas. And if the people really went and listened to the message that we had, we wouldn't be getting flack or bad press. Or all press is good press. But if you really listen to it, my message was that one single family in Hawaii owns Zippy's. I believe it's 24, 25 locations, one family. And in the video, I give them their props. I say, I'm not mad at that. They did a really good thing. I eat at Zippy's every time. But my question is, why open 6 locations in Las Vegas? Because that can hurt. And whether the business owners in Las Vegas could admit it or not, I know their numbers are down since Zippy's open. And I think they just opened their second location.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So my biggest thing was, why they gonna come to Las Vegas where people was forced to move from Hawaii to start up these small businesses for a living, and you guys gonna come up here and open 6 of them? That's greed.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's greed. That's all I said about. I mean, there was F-bombs and all that, but that's all I said about it. And people got on me and cool about, oh, why are you talking shit about Zippy's? Why are you doing that? Had one guy say, oh, I used to work Zippy's. I thinking, does these fuckers pay your bills?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them was restaurants that's out here in Vegas backing up Zippy's, right? How often does Zippy's go in your restaurant and spend money?
Mm-hmm.
Again, what they did in Hawaii, marvelous.
Mm-hmm.
Great business, great everything. I'm not mad at that.
Love Zippy's.
Love Zippy's. Mushroom prime burger, extra mushrooms. That's what I get.
Korean chicken or rice.
There you go, right? But why Vegas? Why open 6?
Mm-hmm.
Why 1? 1, okay, I get it. Whatever. But now you're opening 6 around the valley.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to ruin Ai Pono because we ain't one casino.
Yeah.
That's where we're going to be, and we already get automatic foot traffic, right? But so that's what we was doing. We was sticking up for all the small business owners, but some people was like, why are you talking shit about Zippy's? We don't need you as one savior. No, you guys do need me because I don't want only one going to speak up.
Mm-hmm.
You guys not going to speak up. You guys being too humble.
Mm.
See? There's a time and place to be humble, but there's also a time and place to speak up for your livelihood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Zippy's open up 6 in Las Vegas is affecting your livelihood. I know it is.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot lie about it.
Yeah,
they cannot lie about it. I know it is.
Yeah, it's the same, I guess it's the same concept of big investors going to Hawaii, buying houses, raising the prices.
There you go.
Yeah. So
Or
making it harder for locals to live there.
Or because we're so humble that we allow these mainlanders to go to Hawaii and buy up the land. Right? Is that, I mean, I could be wrong, but are we too humble?
Mm-hmm.
We come from a warrior mentality.
Yeah.
There's a time to be warriors and a time to be humble.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so I pick and choose when to be humble. I pick and choose when to be a warrior.
Solid.
Yeah. And so by coming to Vegas and the Zippy's video, I was fighting and being a warrior for the small businesses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if some people obviously didn't see that.
Yeah.
Right? And so that was our whole motive. It wasn't talking shit about Zippy's because we gave them their flowers in the beginning of the video.
Yeah, yeah. And also, I mean, I'm sure people appreciate it. And one of my favorite quotes I've heard is like, people judge you on your actions, not your intention. And we judge ourselves on our intentions, not our actions.
That's a good one, bro.
Exactly. And that's why people are mad, because they don't understand your intention. Your intention was only good.
Yeah.
But they're judging you on the F-bombs and whatever instead of hearing the message.
And then that's when it comes to what you said, right? Why am I going to explain myself to this guy for? This guy doesn't. Why am I going to explain for? He's not going to even. He doesn't want to understand.
Yeah, yeah.
He wants me to respond for the sake of arguing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so
no waste time doing that.
Yeah, no waste time. And you know what? Like I said, I admire what you're doing also because of your maturity.
Mm-hmm.
You're very mature to notice that, you know, why the fuck am I going to waste my time on this? You know? And a lot of people have been telling me, fuck, you don't have to respond. But I'm so passionate about what we do. And it took so much for us to get here.
Mm-hmm.
To let someone just brown nose it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, it's like, man, there's way too many sports games out there that I gotta be watching when I'm not working, so I can't be on social media. And there's way too many animes coming out that I gotta watch with my girlfriend that I don't got time for social media.
Yeah. But at the same time, with all those likes and all those stuff that you love doing outside of podcasting, you still find time to podcast and get
exactly.
There's no excuses.
Yeah, exactly. I did it while recovering from 2 surgeries.
Yep, shoulder and knee, right?
Shoulder and knee, yeah.
Fuck, same side of the body.
Same. All right, I'm all left now.
You know what they call that? Because people think I'm not Hawaiian, but in Filipino, you know what they call that? Lampai.
Does that mean something?
It means lampai. Exactly how you feel. You lampai.
It's called. What does it like? What's the English translation?
It's like I don't want to say Man, you know what?
Like
Okay.
handicap kind?
Yes, like
Okay.
crippled.
Crippled, okay.
Right? Okay, and I'm not making fun of crippled people.
Yeah. But
It's
it's like
just
a term
slang,
that they use.
a term
Yeah,
that they use in
yeah.
Philippines. Oh, fuck, look at this guy.
Lampai.
He lampai.
Kamaka lampai.
Kamaka was lampai, guys.
I'm going to
today,
tell my
okay?
girlfriend that she's
Yeah.
Filipino. We'll
Oh,
see
there
what
you go,
she
babe.
says.
You think I lampai?
Hey, bruh. I love you, but you think I'm lampai. All right. So what is one thing you wish people knew about you that they don't? Maybe something they probably misunderstand about you.
You know what? I don't know. What do you think, Riggs? What would you be one word
One thing that people should know about him that they don't.
that they don't? But I think one would be fuck. I'm a caring motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
Regan's saying there's a lot more than just one thing.
Yeah.
He's saying. Own warrior. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background, but yeah.
Well, it's just, in order to be a good leader, you got to learn to follow, right? And I followed for so many years.
Yeah.
I followed for so many years. So, and at times I never have good leaders, I never have good leaders. So I try to, with the success of Ai Pono and the connections and resources that Ai Pono have, I try to turn that around and use it towards other people. I mean, we're not guaranteed tomorrow, so I try to live my life to the fullest. Right? My wife gets mad at me. Oh, you cannot do that. I go, no, yeah. I mean, fuck, we die tomorrow. We're not enjoying shit. You know what I mean? So I try to do that with people that don't have the resources. We have this Ai Pono ambassador program. I was explaining that we use our resources, our connections on our platform to help these kids. Majority right now is the kids from Hawaii. Right? We get Noah Timoteo and Asa Stevens that moved from Waianae. And everybody knows, if you don't know Oahu, Waianae is really kind of gnarly right now, right? A lot of stuff. It's a rough spot. And they moved up here to get more opportunities with their boxing career because they're excellent fighters, right? They're excellent fighters and they want to make a living out of that. So Ai Pono basically just tries to provide the support, the platform, and the connections that they need in order to build their own personal brand and move forward with their own successes and stuff like that.
Cool.
No money involved. It would just make me happy and the Ai Pono brand happy, knowing that we had a part in that. You know what I mean? Just, oh, fuck, you know what? Right on.
Yeah.
I don't like money.
Yeah.
In return, I just want to see you to be as successful as you possibly can.
Yes, I love that. That's where what?
What
Oh,
word?
he got the word. Cool.
Yeah.
There
we go.
Another one? Ku'e, to rebel.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the word.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, stand strong and to rebel.
Ku'e, yeah. Ku and ku'e.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, because I was never one to follow rules. I mean, my wife tells me that every day. If there's a handicap parking stall and I got to go in there for fucking 2-3 minutes, tell them, bro, I gonna come in and out.
Hey, your ACLs, or was it LCL, MCL, what was it?
ACL.
ACL's blown, so technically,
Yeah.
you're lumpai.
I lampai.
Lampai.
I lampai. And then, you know what? I turned 50 this year, so I senior citizen too, I think.
And
Huh?
about 55 is when you get the discount.
So I get 5 more years
You
then.
get 5 more years.
Shit. I thought I was there.
Not there
I
yet.
thought I was there. Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I think, since you guys, like, again, I'm not very versed in Hawaiian language or stuff like that, but yeah, ku and ku'e. There you
I
go.
love that. Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so before we wrap up, we'll see how much time we have after this, but I gotta know, what is your life hack? Were you able to think of a life hack? Do you have some that you always use?
Yeah, my life hack is always think that there's no tomorrow, dude. Every decision you make in life, you have to think that tomorrow's never promised, man. I was born and raised with no money. My parents never have money. That's somebody outside.
You got people jamming some songs.
Fucking guys, yes. But boys.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah, boys. Let's go, boys. I come from nothing. Tomorrow's never promised, right? If you see now, people dying more than ever now.
Mm-hmm.
And just live life. Just live life. Like tomorrow's, like you're not waking up tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know?
Awesome.
Because I could die tonight in my sleep. You wake up tomorrow and then you find out I did and be like, you know what, but a conversation I had with fucking Gene was pretty fucking awesome. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna leave that impression on you.
Yeah. That
And-
makes me think of one of my favorite quotes ever by Maya Angelou that I learned in the Peace Corps, is that people will forget what you said, they'll forget what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel.
Yeah.
And that's, 10 years from now, I'm going to forget what we talked about over here.
And-
But I'm going to remember, that was such a fun time.
Yeah.
With
And then everybody
all the
that's
boys.
in my circle gonna know that my resources is your resources.
Mm-hmm.
It's never about, I know more money.
Mhm.
No, if I get the money, you get the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we gonna go out and eat Nobu at Newport Beach on a Saturday night, you gonna come out, we're gonna get you your outfit, and we're gonna go eat at Newport Beach on fucking Saturday night. That's how it is, bro. Facts.
Solid.
I'm gonna make sure me and my team, my squad, my inner circle, gonna look as best as we can on Saturday night at Nobu and Newport Beach. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's never a fact, you know more money, you cannot afford this, you cannot afford that. I know more all the money in the world. But if I get the money and I can buy you an outfit for that night so you can look good that night, I'm going to buy you that outfit.
Mm.
That's how it is. That's how my friends remind me of, fucking Gene. It didn't fucking matter, man. He did what he could to make sure everybody was okay and when look good and when feel good
Yeah.
and when eat good. Live life like there's no fucking tomorrow, man.
Mhm.
Everybody gonna tell you save money. But for what? You cannot take them to your grave,
Yeah, true.
right? Yeah, I get my wife bought me a Rolex watch. I get tick chains. I get this.
You get one lifted Yoda.
I get a lifted fucking Forerunner, right? My wife get one fucking GLS 580 Mercedes, right? But it's all stuff that we feel proud within ourselves. We're not doing it to boast and brag to others, right? If we successful, my team gonna be successful. I'll go make sure my entire team eat. I'll go make sure the close friends around me eat. I'll go make sure that my friend that owned that business over there, I'll gonna do my part to make sure he gonna be as successful with his business there. That's what the Jews did.
Mm.
That's what the Asians do. Oh, I need one dentist. Oh, fuck, go to my brother right there. Yeah, dentist.
Yeah.
Keep them all in that circle so we all making money.
Yeah.
But like many ethnicities, like I said, right? Especially Hawaii, there's that eat crab mentality.
Yeah.
It happens. We cannot stop
That's
that.
a newer mentality because back in the day it was the Ahupua'a mentality where it was all supporting each other.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays,
go back, yeah.
this brother doing good. He talking like that. Let's not support him.
Yeah, people hate on success.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's
right?
unfortunate.
So just live life like there's no fucking tomorrow, bro. Because you
Nice.
cannot take your jewelry. You cannot take your money.
Mhm.
Yes, there's things that we want to get for the sake of getting.
Yeah.
Right? Like I get the watch, I get the jewelry, but I don't use them everywhere. I use them at special occasions with special people. I put them on and that's that. But that's just me living.
Mm-hmm.
I asked my wife, can we get this? Can we afford this? And her, she kind of pocket ass. So she's like, I don't know. We got to But no, we can afford this. So, and even my wife would be like, oh, I want to get this. I got to get my hair done. I got to get this. Fuck, go get it done. Right? Go get it done.
Yeah. Why wait? Yeah.
Why wait? We can get it now. Let's get it. At least we can say, if we end up broke, like fuck, we had a time in our lives where we were in a different tax bracket,
Mm-hmm.
but we wasn't stingy with it. We took care of those around us.
Yeah. Awesome.
You know,
Super cool to hear that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I just want to get into my last fast fave 5 questions. These are rapid fire answers, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Favorite childhood snack?
Bruh, would be the tuna, the tuna,
With water,
pork
not
and
oil.
beans, and rice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Favorite guilty pleasure?
Fuck. Would either be the fucking Uncrustables or the fucking Taco Bell, the Taco Bell nachos, the nachos, Doritos Locos.
Right on. Okay. Favorite thing to do in Vegas?
Gamble.
We can beep that out.
Oh, yeah, boys.
That's what we did to 3 a.m. last night, and it was rough.
It's just fun.
I played roulette for the first time, and I know what you have to do, but it's same with the casinos. Like growing up Hawaii, you throw the dice against the wall.
Yeah.
And so when you come here, they got all the different stuff. So same with roulette. I'm like, oh, you got to do this. So Lincoln was teaching us. Yeah,
Yeah.
I won like $300
There you
last
go.
night.
You won. That's the
They
main
lost
thing.
them all on blackjack.
Perfect.
And that's gambling. Okay. Favorite travel destination?
You know what? Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
I've been away so long. I spent more time on the mainland than Hawaii. And I never forget my roots.
Mm-hmm.
No matter where we can travel in the world, Hawaii always going to be the one that I always want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter. Like my wife is planning our anniversary. Oh, let's go to Japan. Let's go here. I'm thinking, fuck, I just like go Hawaii.
Yeah, go home.
You know, I just like go home and relax home, get that ocean air, that island feeling.
Yeah.
You know, that
Nothing beats that.
fucking Hawaii feeling.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
We know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay. And last one, favorite local musical artist. And local, I mean like Hawaii local. Because I know, you had all the island music playing at your restaurant.
But you know
Who
what?
are you into these days?
From Hawaii, right now, Maole. But Kanaka Fire coming up too, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Kanaka Fire and those young boys
Haiwara.
from Haiwara. Fucking these Haiwara brothers, right? And then you get the fucking guy, this kid from North Shore, this Top Shaka guy.
Top Shaka? I don't know who that is.
But his partner, I think, stay in prison right now.
Okay.
This young boy. But Top Shakas is putting out some jams too right now, man.
Check them out.
You know, it's really good. But yeah, Maole, Kanaka, Haiwara, Top Shakas. But I think, Maole paving the way for what's the possibilities of Hawaii music and what you can
How
do.
to branch out outside of
How
Hawaii.
to branch
Yeah.
out and not just sticking in the
Yeah.
box, right? But then you get these up and comers, man. These local brothers, Haiwara, Kanaka Fire from Big Island, Top Shakas from North Shore, Oahu.
Mm-hmm.
The Brotherhoods from East Side, Kaneohe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I still keep track.
Okay.
These
Awesome.
guys, yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Stay
it.
connected.
Yeah, I love it.
Solid.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we got for you today. Mahalo again for talking stories, sharing your whole life stories, opinions, thoughts, letting us record in your studio. You got an awesome warehouse. You were saying you was inspired by our setup, man. We're inspired by your setup. We want to have this one day.
Bruh, you know what? We all gonna have what we need one day.
I believe that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tell Reeg all the time, Reegs, it works. The universe works in mysterious ways, and you gotta speak what you need into existence. You cannot be like, hopefully, no.
Yeah, you can't wait for it to come.
When I get this, you already put it into the universe.
Yeah.
Let's put everything into the universe, and it works, man.
Yeah.
It works. We're just believing in yourself, believing in the man upstairs for one, because we wouldn't be here without him. And the talents he gave us, right? And just working fucking hard.
Yeah.
That's it.
Awesome. I believe that. So if you want to share any last thoughts, if not, tell us where we can find you.
You know what? You guys can find me at Ai Pono Cafe, Ai Pono Cafe Las Vegas on Instagram. Cool visuals on Instagram if anybody needs any special content and stuff like that done. Chef Ai Pono Cafe. Bruh, just don't fucking believe, half the time what you see is probably fake anyway, right? Some people are real. Some people keep it real. It's not how you drive, it's how you arrive.
Yeah, my dad always told me, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear.
Exactly. Exactly, bro. So, yeah. People gonna like, people not gonna like. I'm gonna be the way I am. I let you into that inner circle, you into that inner circle.
Okay.
If not, I'm gonna still greet you like how you're supposed to be greeted. And that's it. That's all we can do in life.
Solid.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be keeping up and hopefully be back here soon for some food.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah, boys. Mahalo, Gene, for joining us on the Keep It Low podcast. Spread love, be kind to one another, and mahalo for listening to us today. We have new episodes every Thursday, so make sure you follow us and leave a review. I'm your host, Kamaka, and remember to always keep it aloha.